41 hertz music playing in the background. It's for the healing frequency as well as to remove toxicity and negativity. Let me turn it down a little bit because when they start playing the bell chimes, it gets kind of loud. Y'all make sure to like the video coming in. First, I want to thank everybody for your concern yesterday, especially April Bennett. Thank you for your prayers in the comments and your positive energy. I definitely appreciate it. I want all the D's peeps that truly support this platform to know that you guys are appreciated, genuinely. And, you know, I'm grateful for the people that do genuinely support this platform and me on and offline. I'm grateful for those that did send donations. Thank you to every one of you. Even one of my high school friends, she, you know, was concerned about me being in the hospital. And my cousin-in-law, she, you know, checked on me today. My second mom checked on me today. So again, I appreciate all of you very much that have been genuinely concerned. Right now, I'm very physically tired, so I'm laying down. That's why I'm not on camera. I might do a live though. I might do a live in a few hours because there are some things I do want to talk about, especially Tina Knowles' gumbo that she had at the rodeo here, and how that directly relates to what happened to me because I was diagnosed with food poisoning. And that always happens when people, y'all know I'm a chef. I've been a certified culinary trainer for over 15 years. I've been an executive chef for over 30. And that's why I'm here in Houston. That's why I moved out here in 2012, was to help open all the new Longhorn steakhouses. I opened the Woodlands Longhorn in 2013. So training the back of the house staff, as I talk about when I do my Chef on a Budget, Eat Your Way Healthy Lives, that's what I do. I train about food safety and sanitation. So clearly that restaurant was not adhering to food safety and sanitation. And I did report them to the health department as well. Because if I ever get sick again, they will get shut down. It's called a foodborne illness outbreak. So what Tina Knowles did wrong was allowing a hot held food to sit in buckets in Texas heat with no proper equipment to maintain the internal temperature. Hot held foods, the first thing you learn in culinary sanitation is the temperatures for cold held foods and hot held foods. I am going to do that live tonight because I'm going to show it. I'm going to show you guys. I'm nationally ServSafe certified as well. Shouldn't nobody be working in the kitchen who is not ServSafe certified? I've been talking about that in all the comments on Instagram, on every post. Hot held foods have to maintain an internal temperature of 135 degrees minimum at all times. So putting gumbo in a bucket where it's not maintaining any sort of internal temperature is what causing people to get sick, just like what happened to me. And if it's a cold food or a raw protein, especially seafood such as crab and shrimp, that has to be held at 41 degrees and under while you're prepping it. This is why celebrities shouldn't try to take on being cooks. Because just because you're famous don't mean that you know what the hell you're doing, and you can make people severely sick. I was vomiting and having diarrhea at the same time. And that happened to me for at least continued for about 2 hours, and then I woke up, and 2 hours later, more diarrhea. 2 hours after that, more diarrhea. That's why I went to the hospital, because I knew it was food poisoning, because I'm a chef. Anytime you start experiencing nausea, vomiting, diarrhea within 4 to 6 hours after consuming food, it is a foodborne illness, also known as food poisoning. That's also what I learned in my culinary sanitation class, and I passed that class with an A plus. And my instructor was a health inspector. So I think that's also something I'm going to start pursuing as a career as well, is actually becoming a health inspector. I'm all these kitchens where I've been getting sick lately. I want to go into all their kitchens and inspect your walk-ins, your line. Do you have the proper thermometers? Again, this is what I've done professionally at every restaurant I've worked at, especially all the Longhorns. And a lot of people love me, but a lot of people hated me, because a lot of people are lazy in kitchens, don't want to do. All you have to do is you have to take the internal temperature of the food every 30 to 60 minutes to make sure that whatever equipment you're using, it's maintaining the proper internal temperature. Sanitation is a huge part of being a chef. And a lot of people get sick because of cross contamination. There's people that have shellfish allergies. Folks be prepping steaks on the same cutting board as seafood when there's colors for the seafood for a reason. Brown is for pork and other poultries like pork chops and stuff like that, ribs. Blue is for seafood, red is for red meat such as steaks, yellow is for poultry, green is for vegetables, and white is for ready to eat foods. It's the first thing you learn in culinary school. You'd be surprised how many people don't ever adhere to that in kitchens, and how many times I've had to call out violations and correct them and show them the proper way to do it. So what happened to me was definitely a direct result of that manager not maintaining proper standards in his kitchen. And the health department actually did contact me, but I was knocked out because I was so exhausted by the time I got here. And I just am like, there's so many people that are hoping to distract me so that I will not continue my investigations. There are people that are on this platform claiming that they love me so much, subscribers, people that I thought I was close with. And I'm waiting until tomorrow to publicly address this, but I actually caught a couple of subscribers in some lies today. And I addressed it privately. I said, you got 24 hours to respond before I address this publicly. So you better, if you listening right now, that message I sent you, if you don't respond, I'm going to name you by name tomorrow. I'm going to do it publicly. Because here's one thing about it. If you're a liar and you lie to me, I don't give a damn how close we are. I'm going to call you on your shit. The minute you lie to me, I'm not fucking with you no more. Now, I've had people tell me that my brother then contacted them talking about claiming that some fake profile on Facebook, and I don't even know if this is true. I'm still investigating this. There's a profile on Facebook, and I don't even be on Facebook. Anybody that knows me knows I'm always on Instagram. All I do on Facebook is post the links for my lives and any videos that I edit, and that's about it. I really don't even engage with people on Facebook. Outside of the few people in real life from back home that I know, like my real life friends from back home, I engage with them once in a while, but not often because I'm on Instagram. I had reached out to one of my brother's ex-wives. My brother has been married and divorced 5 times, my older brother. His 4th wife and I always have been close because we're close in age. And she helped him raise my nephews. I had reached out to her to see if she could donate while I was at the hospital. because I wanted to make sure I could get, into a room and not have to sit up at businesses waiting for deposits. And she responded to tell me that apparently she reached out to my brother, which I didn't even know that they were still friends because she always would talk shit about him. My brother gonna tell her that he's been helping me. And I said, the last time my brother helped me was October of last year, and 2 days after our aunt died, he cursed me out because my brother's severely bipolar. And we've been telling him for years to go get help, and he refuses to. And every wife he's been with, he blames them, even the ones who he put hands on. And I found out from my nephews when they were grown. So you was putting hands on all of your wives and hiding it, and have the audacity to judge other people, including the one that I reached out to. I asked her, I said, why did you reach out to him? Well, I know he has the money. Okay, but I didn't ask you to do that. I've been cut him off. I've been blocked him. Because I'm like, for you of all people to be acting like this when you were sick with your kidney disease and you needed help, you're the oldest, all three of us, and I'm the youngest on my mom's side. We all helped you. And nigga, you stayed with me how many times for free? How many times did you call us crying about how you didn't have no food and wasn't nobody helping you, and your ex-wives were all being mean to you and you were such a victim, and then come to find out that you was doing cocaine and pills and drunk all the time with the money that we were giving you? See, any donation I've gotten from anybody has always gone towards me booking a room, my Ubers, food, whatever I needed. Anytime somebody has sent that. That's why I would go live and show y'all where I was at. I have worked since I was 12. Literally since I was 12. I've never needed help up until my health got severely bad over these past few years. And even then, I worked as much as I could. Hell, I was out driving for Lyft and still dealing with the rectal bleeding while driving. To the point where I couldn't do it no more, and I had to return the rental because I kept bleeding through my damn pants. So it's like, nigga, miss me with the bullshit. I've worked my whole fucking life. I have got to have this surgery. There is no natural way to take care of this because I'm dealing with rectal prolapse. It isn't just hemorrhoids. There's a whole bunch of shit going on because I've been moving around, carrying this, carrying that, walking here, sitting here, 8 hours, 9 hours. Come on, man. And I asked you for help and your response was cussing me out. When your ass didn't have shit, we all helped you. And when I found out this nigga was fucking the money off, hell no, I didn't keep helping his ass. Everybody else did. They kept enabling his drug addict, his drug habits and all of that. So it's the fucking audacity for you to sit up here and lie and tell her you've been helping me, knowing damn well you haven't fucking helped since last year. And then cuss me out 2 days after Auntie Mary's funeral because I called you crying, asking you for help. When your second wife put you out, she brought all your shit to my first apartment that you and both my sisters stayed. All three of you niggas stayed with me in my 1-bedroom apartment. She brought your shit to my apartment. She dumped your mattress in the lobby. I almost lost my apartment behind that shit. My apartment I got on my own at 19. None of y'all motherfuckers help me. I worked 3 jobs. And I was going to school. And I was in church. I wasn't even nowhere near how I am now. Super church girl. All I did was work, go to school, and go to church. I come home from work, you in my apartment, sitting in the living room smoking weed with niggas I don't even know. Why the fuck? Why are you here? You didn't even ask me to come over. So it's like, nah, if you gonna sit up here and lie on me, let me publicly address you, motherfucker. I'm sick and tired of people lying on me. I'm sick and tired of people lying to me. I'm calling everybody out today. And tomorrow I'm calling y'all names since you want to lie. Talking about, and she made a page on Facebook asking the church for donations under our mom's name. Bullshit. I said, nigga, send me some receipts, my nigga. Send me some goddamn screenshots. Because what that means is that somebody is impersonating me using our mom's name. And the only bitch ass motherfucker that did that shit was official King Payne orangutan looking ass. When you did that felony bullshit that I'm still suing your bitch ass for this year, last year. I have a whole investigation going on with the FBI against you, Danny Robertson, and Jaguar for that bullshit, and everybody involved. That includes Stone Paxton, Dion, and everybody else who was involved in that shit. All of y'all are getting sued this year. It's not a game. And don't think for a second, because of what I'm temporarily going through, that shit's not gonna happen, because I already have free legal assistance already doing that shit, already got the shit going for me. So I told my brother, if this is true, why the fuck you didn't reach out to me and tell me this shit? Why I had to find out from her? So either you lying, or there is one of these goddamn YouTube trolls out here using our fucking mom's name and reaching out. Ain't no fucking goddamn way I would reach out to Christ Apostolic or Dwight and ask him for no goddamn donations. I'm trying to get that bitch ass nigga arrested right now for pedophilia and grooming Jordan before he married her. I got a whole investigation going against that nigga. You gonna sit up here and lie like this? I told that bitch ass nigga, I said, if you don't send receipts by the end of today, you will be sued for slander and defamation, because you saying shit with no goddamn proof. And if somebody is doing that, I need to have their asses arrested for identity theft. The same shit official King Payne did. And he said that Danny Robertson gave him my information. This is why I don't fuck with Danny Robertson. And anybody goddamn subscribe to her channel, and that includes you, Riri. All of y'all two-faced ass motherfuckers are getting called the fuck out now. How the fuck you gonna be subscribed to that motherfucker's channel and you was there when that shit happened? On the channel defending me. I'm so sick and tired of you fake motherfuckers, I swear to God. I don't give a damn if you're a relative or a so-called friend. One thing I am not is fake. I will tell you to your face how I feel. In person. Ask anybody that knows me growing up. I'm a Scorpio. Once I've had enough of your shit, I'm going to tell you about yourself, or I'm going to just cut you the fuck off. Access denied. Now, I hope this shit that I found out about these 2 subscribers is not true. You got till tomorrow to respond. I am so serious. And if you do not respond, I'm going to call you by your name tomorrow, because that's going to let me know that you full of shit. I'm not carrying nobody close to me that's full of shit. I'm not carrying nobody close to me that's running shit back to Jaguar. You pretending to be a friend and having conversations with that bitch who is a known scammer on YouTube? This is why I go live from the hospital. I'm tired of people lying on me when I know what the fuck I go through. I know how much goddamn pain I be in. I know how much blood I be losing. I'm the one going through this shit, not you. And for motherfuckers that ain't never met me, ain't never spoke to me, don't know shit about me, to go this far, to do all this bullshit just to try to discredit me because you mad about me exposing this satanic agenda, because you mad because I'm exposing how you got accused of allegedly molesting our sister. Why the fuck my sister said that you and mom allegedly molested her, since y'all want to be on some bullshit? She said you and mom molested her when she was a child. I asked her for evidence. Because relative or not, if I get evidence, your ass is going to jail. Your bitch ass got mad. You said, why don't you reach out to Little Flip and Zaytoven and all of them and tell them that you got a brother that makes beats? Why the fuck would I put you on? And why are you trying to clout chase off of something God allowed to happen? I didn't go looking at, look, anytime I meet a person, you know what? They fuck with me because of my energy. They fuck with me because I'm genuine, I'm authentic, I'm about my shit. Zaytoven himself reached out and was like, yo, you tagged me in this video, it's dope. I see you doing work. I see you promoting me. I see you promoting Country Wayne. Thank you. Do you want to be a part of the Music Money team? That wasn't something I pursued. I promote everybody who inspires me. Everybody. If they inspire me, if they on any type of representing God in any way, if they show me nothing but respect, I promote them. Artists, comedians. It's like, you really thought I was gonna connect you with these people when you ain't never there for none of us, and now this shit's coming out about what you allegedly did to our sister who is bipolar schizophrenic. Now everybody want to be quiet. Don't nobody want to talk about it now. And people wonder why the hell I won't go back home. For what? I'm exposing all the bullshit y'all been covering up. The same way you and mom told me to stop speaking about me getting raped because you're still friends with people at Christ's Apostolic Temple. Even though you don't go to the church, mom's a member there. You said Dwight wasn't shit for Mary and Jordan, but you went there recently and visited and played the organ and was there with the choir. So y'all on some bullshit. Y'all are willing to go back to a cult and be mind controlled when I'm the one that's exposing it. Dwight was accused of raping both of his stepdaughters by them. They went public and said how he allegedly raped and molested them. His ex-wives went public and talked about how he stole money from them and abused them. But y'all are mad because I'm talking about it? You're gonna tell me I need to get over me being raped? You need to get over it. Stop talking about that. Why are you fighting against the church? You know that makes mom look bad. What the fuck? I was raped and told to be silent and had to go sit at church with this nigga acting like shit was normal. But you're mad that I'm talking about it because of how it makes you look? And then you want to sit up here and carry a lie? But when I asked you for evidence, you didn't send shit? So either there's somebody out here impersonating me. It's a profile with a little kid's like stuffed toy. And what was the red flag was the date on the two photos that are public on the profile, because the date on those two photos is right around the time Official King Payne did that whole ass shit. The video that almost got his goddamn channel taken down, that I reported, that got removed, that I screen recorded. So I had the evidence before I had your video taken down and your channel struck. And I told my brother that. I said, so it could be one of these goddamn trolls, or you could be lying because you don't want to look bad to people that know you should be helping me. How the fuck your son said he lost his job and he reached out to you for help and you cussed him out and told him, don't be asking me for no help. Like ain't nobody never fucking helped your ass. Everybody has helped your ass. And just because you now have a good paying job don't mean God can't take that. Nigga, I saw your funeral. I saw you die from a goddamn heart attack. You just had a goddamn heart surgery. What was it, 6 months ago? It don't make no difference if you are a relative. Any energy rising up against me shall fall by the wayside immediately and be destroyed by itself. And chaos and confusion will come about your life, and death and hell will follow your own evil intentions back to you. These are evil intentions, because if you really believe this shit, you would have reached out to me. But what you not finna do is lie to other people and act like, oh, I've been helping. No, the fuck you haven't been. And I got those receipts. Like I told her, I can show you the last time that nigga sent a donation. The times before that, he asked for it back. But yet you stayed with me 11 times every time one of your fucking wives put you out. You came to my apartment. You asked me for help, and I helped you every time. I also helped you raise your kids. And I did everything I did for you out of the goodness of my heart. I never asked you for shit. Even the times you stayed with me, I was like, yo, you ain't even got to give me no money for nothing. Just get on your feet. Do what you got to do. You kept getting into it with your wives and coming over here, getting into it with this one. I'm like, God damn, okay, you're going to have to get your shit together because you can't keep coming over here every time y'all have a fight now. Y'all either need to get divorced or go to therapy. And every time you divorce a bitch, you with the next one and you marrying her 6 months later. And then you divorce her and then you marry another one 6 months later because you are not mentally well. And I've been telling you that for years. We all have. Go get help and you refuse. But what I will not tolerate is you lying on me so that you're not being held accountable for being a piece of shit as a father and a brother and a son. Because mom told me you ain't even been helping her and you moved her there. How the fuck you not gonna go check on her when you know she's had multiple strokes? Why the fuck is mom taking her goddamn trash out on her walker in snow because you won't go over there and help her? Because you bitch ass nigga. That's why. And I told you that shit to your face. I'm sick and tired of y'all. The reason I do the work to heal is because I can't stand that I come from this toxic ass shit. That's why I will never move back home. Ever. And I mean that shit. I will never move back there. It's nothing but toxic fucking energy. And I'm so glad I talked to my homegirl, my high school friend, because she's like, man, they've been fucked up for us. We've been knowing each other over 25 years. She knows how they are. She's like, I can't believe they're still this fucked up. I can't believe your mom will help the other siblings that got income but leave you hanging because of what you're talking about. She's like, you should be able to talk about that. That's what happened to you. She's like, I remember all of this. She's like, I'm proud of you. You finally like speaking your truth. And why the fuck y'all should have that same damn energy. No, you shouldn't be a member at that goddamn cult. Y'all should not be supporting this man grooming that girl and marrying her. You should not be supporting a man who's been accused of pedophilia and rape for decades, and everybody talks about it behind closed doors, but won't nobody do shit about it. That's why I was proud of his former stepdaughters for finally going public and fucking exposing that nigga. They detailed how you molested them. How you told him it was love and shit. That's what every goddamn predator that grooms a girl and the boy does. Oh, this is how we show each other love. That's what the fuck happened to me when I was molested as a child. So what you're not gonna do is try to discredit me because you see me speaking out and making a difference. Anybody that can sit there and sexually abuse a child and act like it's okay deserves to be locked up. I don't give a damn if Dwight is damn near 70 years old. Nigga, your ass is going to jail. I'm gonna make sure of it. So ain't no goddamn way I would ever reach out to him or that church and ask them for no fucking donations. And nigga, you know that shit. Even my cousin knows that shit. She was like, now that nigga's stupid. Cause we know how the fuck I've been talking about this shit on Facebook for years. When I was fully employed. So nigga, miss me with the bullshit. I've been talking about Dwight since 2018. I didn't even have my fucking YouTube until July of 2021. And I was the first one to go public from the church, a former member of the church, calling him out for marrying Jordan. How the fuck you gonna marry an 18-year-old girl and you 63, you nasty motherfucker? I know your bitch ass is watching and listening, nigga, fuck you. Up there deceiving all them people, taking all they fucking money, lying. Talking about they gotta give to God. God don't need no goddamn money. That's why the fuck y'all mad, because I'm exposing the shit that you do. And I'm not going to stop. I'm going to take rest when I need to rest. And I'm going to keep doing what God told me to do. I don't give a damn who betrays me, because guess what? When you betray me, you curse yourself. That goes for everybody on this channel. The minute you lie to me, the minute you betray me, you cursed yourself. I don't have to send shit to you. You will attract it. My ancestors will come for your motherfucking ass. I don't have to do shit. I don't know why the fuck Murph dying should have been an example to all of y'all. That bitch ass motherfucker kept saying that, oh, she's getting paid by Danny Robertson, a motherfucker that I don't even know their gender identity. Ain't never met this person, ain't never talked to this person. And when they tried to bribe me to come on their channel, I rejected they fucking offer. If I was a scammer, I would have took that shit. I would be out here doing the same bullshit Jaguar and Tasha K is doing. I would not be sitting up at businesses waiting for deposits so I can go get me a fucking room in pain and bleeding. So all of y'all can kiss my black ass. Lying and shit. I'm so sick and tired of this bullshit. I speak my truth and then you want to sit up here and jump on the bandwagon with trolls. Then when I ask you for goddamn proof, send me the screenshots, I get crickets. That means your bitch ass was lying, nigga. Cause you mad, you jealous cause I cut you the fuck off. Cause I blocked your ass every goddamn where. And then you was on my backup page, JustDeeShowOfficial on Instagram, liking my content last week. I told her that, your ex-wife. I said, this nigga was just liking my content. Then when we talked, the last time we talked on the phone, why don't you tell Zaytoven and Flip that you got a brother that makes beats? Nigga, why the fuck? You don't even want to help me. I don't do shit like that. Any professional connection I got to people is because God aligned that. I've been said I spent time with Flip. He's been nothing but respectful. That's why I support him so much. And we talked about spirituality and God. He believes in the same things I believe in. The only rapper I've met who's real as fuck and was respectful as fuck when we hung out. Of course I'm going to promote him. He puts God first all the time. Zaytoven does it too. And shows support back. So no, I'm not finna tell them nothing about you. For what? You can't even be a supportive big brother. You told me to stop talking about me being raped. Most big brothers would be trying to beat the ass of the nigga that goddamn raped their little sister. That motherfucker that raped me is a registered sex offender now. He raped 3 teenage girls after he raped me. My second mom told me. She like, go look it up. I got all that documented, all the receipts. And you told me to stop talking about it? Because of how it makes mom look as a member? When mom should even be a goddamn member at that fucking cult? You better be careful how you speak on me. Because we don't share the same ancestors. You got a different daddy than me. Both you and my oldest sister, y'all got different daddies. That means our ancestors are different. Once you're in their hands, it's over for you. You keep having these heart attacks, you keep having all these issues with your heart. And I told you, when we were still talking, I gave you so much spiritual advice. I said, you need to deal with your childhood trauma and your abandonment wounds from you not having a relationship with your father. The same ex-wife that told me you sent her those screenshots of the last few donations you sent last year. And then the first 3 you made me pay you back. The last one in October, you just, donated. That same ex-wife is the one that told me that your father did reach out to you for years while she was with you. And you told me and my other 2 sisters that your dad never wanted nothing to do with you. And that's why you hated the world and you had a chip on your shoulder because, well, my dad never wanted me. And she said for the whole time, the 10 years we were married, his dad did reach out. His dad did try to get in touch with him before he died. And then his father died. We all have childhood trauma. Lord knows I do. That's why I am the spiritualist that I am. That's why I'm the healer spiritually that I am. That's how come I help other people heal their childhood trauma. I kept trying to help you. You was like, well, I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to talk about that. Well, suppressing it does not allow you to heal it. It makes it worse. It makes the wound deeper. I said, well, if you don't want to deal with it, then you're going to keep going through this. You're going to keep. He was like, well, you know, the woman I'm with now says she thinks I'm bipolar. And I know my ex-wife said that. I said, because you are. You show all the symptoms of somebody struggling with bipolar disorder. And the fact that you're refusing to get help, that's usually what people with bipolar disorder do. They refuse to get help. And they blame the whole world. I said, ain't no way you've been married and divorced 5 times and it's not you. Nigga, it's you. Now, mom and the other 2 sisters can tell you that it's the ex-wives. I'm going to tell you the truth. Nigga, it's you. You need to go heal. There are so many broken men that do that shit, that marry woman after woman. They fuck woman after woman, trying to fuck all their trauma away. Let me tell you something. If you don't deal with that trauma, any woman trying to love you is going to fail because you are going to sabotage it every time. I told you that shit. So again, you can miss me with these fucking lies because again, I've been helping you. You've been getting spiritual consultations for free, my nigga, because you're my brother. I've been helping you, trying to get you to go heal. But what I will not do is let you lie on me. You didn't produce no goddamn screenshots because ain't none. You made that shit up. Because if it was true, I know you would have defended yourself and sent the screenshots. I said, I need a date and a time. When did this person reach out? I need some sort of screenshot of them saying that they are claiming to be me. Who did they contact? When, what day? And who did they reach out to? Because I still know people at Christ Apostolic Temple. There's people there that still care about me. All I got to do is hit them up to verify if this is true. Because they will tell me. That way I can go ahead and file the report. I even told them about what happened last year with Official King Payne putting my birth records out and my birth certificate and all my identity information and both of my parents' full government names like a fucking idiot. Like his stupid ass didn't even know that's a goddamn felony. And your ass is going to jail. So nigga, if that shit was true, why the fuck you ain't send no goddamn receipts? Why the hell you ain't respond? Cause you full of shit. Like I told you to your face. I got enough I'm going through. And guess what? I have victory over all of it. Everything that is happening is what I was shown in heaven. I was shown the back-to-back betrayals. I was shown the hard times. I was shown how I had to persevere through it all. And then I was shown the victory overnight. I was shown my healed body. I was shown me performing live. I was shown me traveling, doing shows. I was shown me traveling, premiering my movie, Gog versus Magog, about the end of times in the New World Order and the Mark of the Beast. I'm talking about all of that tonight. This shit with Jay-Z and Beyonce having goddamn freak-offs at the Oscars, that was on a satanic holiday on the calendar. See, y'all are trying so hard to distract me from exposing this shit. It ain't gonna work. And the fact that I saw my own brother have a heart attack and die and saw his funeral means that that shit's about to happen. Again, be very careful how you handle me. Out of all of us, I'm the chosen one. That's why the fuck y'all are low key. That's why y'all always have done this shit. Oh, we're gonna leave her out. You thought counting me out was gonna hurt. It actually allowed God to elevate me without you. The black sheep becomes the shepherd. You don't have much longer on this earth. If I were you, I would heal your heart chakra before you have that heart attack that I saw. If I were you, I would heal your relationship with your 5 children who have all told me at different times that you were abusive to them, who all told me that you went off on them when they asked you for help. Those are your kids. Nigga, you make over what, 150K a year? You can't even help your own fucking kids? You that damn selfish? But now you want to lie because you mad that I wouldn't put you in touch with people that God aligned me with? Nigga, fuck you. Blood or not, I don't give a damn. You full of shit, my nigga. And just like I told her, you act like a bitch. That's why the fuck your other wife, your ex-wife, cheated on you. And you wanted to cry to mom about that. Oh my God, I can't believe she cheated on me. I'm like, you finally got your karma because you didn't cheat on all the other ones. You cheated on all 4 of your wives. You put hands on all 4 of them. And they all told me that. That's not made up. That's not slander. They told me you put hands on them after they left your ass. Nobody has held you accountable but me. Mom and everybody else just sweep the shit under the rug. I'm not sweeping no shit under the rug. My goddamn nephews endured shit they never should have. And I didn't find out until they were grown. And I wish I would have known, because I would have had your ass arrested, and you know it. That's why the fuck you doing this shit. You pissed off that you are getting exposed by your own children. Your own children is talking about how fucked up you are as a father. We did everything we could to help you. You will not help yourself. This is how it goes. Now they're grown and they're scarred. And despite what I'm going through, every single day I pray for them. I pray for every one of my nieces and nephews daily. And even though I can't stand your bitch ass, I even still pray for you to find healing. But this lying on me shit, nigga, you can kiss my black ass with your tongue out and tell me how the fuck it tastes. And I don't care who gets mad. It's like, if he dies, you going to the funeral? Probably not. For what? I'm not finna be fake. If you didn't fuck with me when you was alive, I'm not finna go and be fake. For what? You are who you are because you choose to be fucked up. You can go get help. You choose not to. And I'm not making no excuses for you to them boys no more. I'm not. I said, look, I'm sorry your dad did that to y'all. He's fucked up. I'm not finna defend you. As an adult, it is your responsibility to work on your healing, which is something I've been doing for years, especially after going through being raped. And it still hurt me. It hurt me so much when you was like, you need to get over being raped. You need to stop talking about it. What brother tells their sister that? Get over it? You don't fucking get over it. I choose to heal every day, no matter what the fuck I'm going through. I choose to heal. I don't choose to be like, oh, I was raped, so I'm gonna just walk around being fucked up. I did that shit when I was younger. That's why the fuck I don't do it now. I know I was fucked up. I can admit and own that. I know I was, because I didn't know what the fuck PTSD was. I didn't know how to deal with it. I've spent years working with my own therapist, my own life coach, and doing my own research. That's why the fuck I became celibate. I don't want to take on nobody else's spiritual issues, and sex is a sacred exchange of energy. I wanted to fully heal, and that's still what I do daily. And I do spiritual consultations helping other people heal. While you and everybody else in the family is calling me a voodoo witch, no, I actually use the spiritual gifts I have to help people heal. And to investigate and expose the satanic agenda and all the extreme witchcraft in all of the industries. And I'm not gonna stop. Y'all are trying so hard to distract me. It's like, well, if we can get her focused on this, and y'all can kiss my black ass. Matter of fact, tonight, I'm definitely going live. And all of y'all that's doing all the spiritual work, it's not working. If you haven't realized that now I am the phoenix rising from the ashes, baby, this is just the beginning. Jay-Z thinks he's gotten away. Jay-Z's going to Jaya by 2027. I saw it. So enjoy your little bit of freedom now. When Diddy said he was going to have the last laugh, he is. He's not getting out either. But this lying shit, this lying on me shit, nah, I'm going to address that. This lying to me shit, I'm going to address it. Like I said, the 2 subscribers that I reached out to, you got till tomorrow. You got till tomorrow. I'm going to share screen and show the receipts of the times you lied to me. Because now I don't trust you. And the things that people were saying about y'all wasn't all lies. I don't deal with fucking liars. And if you're struggling with addiction, get help. I'd rather you be honest with me about you struggling with addiction so I can get you help than for you to lie to me. Oh, D, I'm going to help you. I'm going to send you this so I can help you make sure you get a room. I'm going to send you this so you can eat. And then you flake every fucking time. You got some 50, 11 excuses every goddamn time. I started researching some of the shit you had been saying to me that you said happened to you. Started contacting businesses where you said XYZ situation happened and they telling me, no, that's not true. That's the second. I done caught you in 2 lies just today. But I'm supposed to trust you? Oh, D, I love you. I love you. No, the fuck you don't. See, when Lisa Adams was like, I cringe when you said you don't trust nobody, this is why. When Ayasha said, D, don't get close to none of these people on YouTube, when I was still connected with Jaguar, I see why. Because motherfuckers be full of shit. Let me see how close I can get to her so she can confide in me so I can go run shit back to Jaguar behind her back and think she ain't gonna know because I don't believe she's really a psychic, even though I've confirmed shit in your own life that you publicly said multiple times, yes, she helped me with this. I don't know why the fuck y'all keep testing my spiritual gifts. You really think you can lie and hide shit from me just because I ain't called you out yet? You have no idea what I've seen and how many times I've seen it. And then how many times you confirm shit without even realizing it, just in conversation. People whose energy is not consistent cannot be trusted. I don't pay attention to what you say. I pay attention to the patterns in which you behave and what you do. I pay attention that every time you tell me you want to help, you don't. I pay attention that every time you have a problem and I make myself available for you, but then you don't reciprocate, that's not an even exchange of energy. I have a problem when you hit me up and send me 50, 11 links to talk about from other people's channels that I don't fuck with, because why the fuck was you over there? Don't tell me you defended me. Why the fuck you over there? That's not loyal. And that's my number one thing as a Scorpio is loyalty. The minute you break that, I'm not fucking with you ever again. Forgiveness does not mean access granted. It just means I forgive the bullshit you did and I'm not going to hold it against you. But will I trust you again? Never. Once you break my trust, it's one and done. When I say I'm all or nothing, I really mean that shit. And it's only when I care about you that I give you a chance to defend yourself. Ralph Calderon, RC117, did the same shit. After he sent me them screenshots and I started questioning him, I said, why the fuck were you a part of these conversations in the first place? He got quiet. I said, I appreciate you giving me the receipts. You know, the conversations that him and Murph and Nick Mountain Goat Productions and Grace and Plotter and Dragon X and Steph and, you know, Maggie, all of y'all were having these conversations. I said, why were you there? Well, I know how to pretend, you know, I know how to act so I can get information. That means you was acting with me too. Again, I'm a very analytical Scorpio. And yes, I do overthink. But a lot of my overthinking is my intuition being on point, because energy doesn't lie. People do. I said, why were you there, Ralph? Brother, who I talked out of committing suicide, if that was even true, because you probably lied about that too, just to get attention. Then when you told me you were attracted to me and I said I didn't see you that way, then, you were always manic. You told me how you was like, well, I'm taking my meds, but I'm also drinking. I said, I don't think you should be mixing alcohol with mental health meds. In fact, you're not supposed to do that. I used to work for United Health Group. That makes the mania worse. That explained the manic, constant phone calls and text. When Jaguar did that ambush on me on February 9th of 2025, and I had my own mental breakdown, I was concerned about you committing suicide and reached out to make sure you were okay, just to have you betray me too. Talking about you was in the conversation so you could get the information to bring back to me. How can you bring shit back to me that I wasn't even fucking aware of? Had no idea the shit was going on, and I felt it spiritually, but I didn't have no evidence of the shit going on until you sent it. I already knew that Ralph was talking shit about me behind my back, and I already knew that goddamn Murph and Maggie was talking shit about me behind my back. I knew Grace and Jet. I knew that shit. I told y'all on the phone. I heard y'all's conversations. I told you, Jaguar. I told you, Odell and Grace, on the group family call, that I felt and heard the conversations. My psychic gifts are very real. And what I will do is, once I've peeped game, I'm going to sit there and watch you and see how long you're going to keep lying. See how long you're going to keep trying to hide shit. And a coward, once they're held accountable, will run from it. Hence why I've gotten crickets from my brother and the other subscriber. Because I know you. I know that if I was ever questioning you, you would immediately defend yourself and be like, nah, D, that's not what it is. You haven't said shit for damn near 2 days. That means you're guilty, my nigga. See, retrogrades come to expose shit. Shit goes left for a reason. There was a reason you kept going through shit. There was a reason bad things kept happening to you. And my ancestors kept telling me it was karma, and I didn't want to believe it. The same way I didn't want to believe Jaguar was fucked up. And I kept having premonitions of her before. They said that's karma. Because they've been talking about you behind your back. The shit you've been feeling, the shit you've been seeing is real. Because, I mean, from what you told me, it was a whole string of bad luck. Car accidents, all types of shit was going on. Still kept praying for you. And I've worked in kitchens so long, I know addicts. I know addict behavior. Addicts are always, they will do anything to get that high. A lot of addicts have porn addictions. It's not just drugs. People who suffer from untreated bipolar disorder are highly sexual. They have a lot of addictions to porn and pills. You know, they want to feel that mania, that high, that, euphoria. They want to feel that all the time. Kitchens do not drug test. I work with all types of addicts: heroin addicts, pill heads, powder heads, alcoholics, people that's always barred the fuck out, meth heads, crackhead. I mean, all of that. I know that behavior. And if you're struggling, get help. Genuinely get help. Because you're destroying your life. I watch friends do this shit. Friends I went to college with. That's why certain things I've never fucked with. The most I ever explored with was exos in 2013. And that was introduced to me when I started, exploring the lifestyle and shit. That shit damn near gave me a heart attack. I thought I was gonna die. That was the last night I fucked with that shit. I literally thought I was gonna die. I didn't even know what the fuck a double stack was. And the bitch gave me 2. That was the first female I had ever dealt with. And then she later told me it was because she was jealous because I was getting more attention at the parties than her. Like, really, bitch? You watch that shit fuck with my heart and damn near kill me. And then that's when she cried and was like, oh my God, I feel so. You should have felt guilty. The fuck? And my stupid ass should have been fucking with it. I learned my lesson from that. That's why I don't fuck with none of that shit. But I can tell when somebody is. When you're extremely like, when your moods are in such a polarity and you're consistent for a certain amount of time, and then for about 2 to 3 weeks you're inconsistent again. You don't have no tolerance for nothing. You always, either spazzing out or freaking out. You always, it's like, it's the repeated behavior. And when it comes down to it, for me, honestly, it's not even about you not donating, because God made a way without you. So it's not even about that. It's about the lie, the repeated lies, and then the evidence of the lies. Where now I can't act like you ain't full of shit, because now I got evidence that you lied. That scripture that says, woe unto them that offend even the least of minds, it would be better that they had a noose tied around their neck and be plunged into the depths of the sea. That was said by Yeshua, the true Christ. And you don't think Christ was a thug? Did you not? You really didn't learn nothing from what happened to Murph? I didn't wish that on Murph, but I saw it. I told y'all last year I seen 5 funerals. His was the first. When my ancestors give me visions, y'all, please adhere to that. I've been seeing funerals since I was 8. If I see yours, you're about to die. And it's always of natural causes. Or like in old girl's situation, she got struck by a car walking across the street. The same bitch that was talking shit about me after I lost my job and I was paying her to rent a room. The same bitch that took the money I fucking gave her and fucked it off on meth and a bunch of drugs. And I found that shit out within a couple of weeks of being there with her. And I called her out about that. Like, motherfucker, why the hell? You should have just kept it a stack, bro. I'll get you help. I'll get you into rehab. But that lying to me shit, I'm not gonna fuck with you. That same motherfucking bitch that kept talking shit is now dead. She talked all that shit after all I did to help her. Prayed for her husband who had cancer. Helping this, helping that, giving that. You out here talking shit because you on that shit. I said, you should have just kept it a stack, bro. I would have moved out. I would have called and like got you into a rehab. But for you to take the last of my end of year bonus and fuck it off on drugs and then go talk shit about me to our mutual friends, like you didn't think they was gonna come tell me the shit you was saying? Because you talk shit about them too, so I already knew you was talking shit about me. But when they came and told me, and then I'm catching you in the wrong parts of town around the wrong people. Addicts of a feather flock together. You don't hang out with meth heads and pill heads and coke heads unless you're doing the shit. I'm not friends with people that fuck with that shit. So it's like, the lying, thinking that that's somehow going to distract from what you're really doing, it doesn't. The more you lie to me, the louder the thing you are lying about speaks to me. I want you to get help. I want you to choose to be better and go get the help that you know you need. I'll still pray for you, but I'm not fucking with you no more. That goes for the subscriber and my brother, and I mean that shit. And to my so-called relatives, when he has that heart attack, please don't call me, invite me to no funeral, because I ain't going. I just don't believe in that. I don't believe in that, going to a funeral and being fake with a motherfucker. If I didn't fuck with you in real life and you was full of shit towards me in real life, I'm not going to your fucking funeral speaking positive words about you, because that wasn't my experience with you. I'll be there for my nephews and my niece, but I don't have to be at a funeral to do that. I'm a phone call away. Always. Even no matter what I'm going through. I always tell my nieces and nephews that if you ever need to talk to me, call me. I'll be there for you, because I love them like they're my children, even the grown ones. But this, I should stop speaking my truth bullshit. Y'all should just kiss my damn ass, like for real. Damn, I didn't even see there was comments in the chat. What's up, Chelsea? Good to see you, fam. What's up, Neptune? Say, you're right, fam. We all have to be mindful of what we say and do. Right. I'm tired. I feel like people have taken my kindness for weakness, because they see me praying on live. They see me trying to encourage people, trying to help people heal. I am still a human being, and I am for damn sure a real life Scorpio. I am a all or nothing, will cut you out of my life in a heartbeat the minute I know I cannot trust you, because I've been betrayed too much. I've been shitted on too much. I'm a popular loner for a reason. The one family that I had died September 1st, 2014. Her name was Elissa. We have been friends and spiritual sisters since I was 4. There has never been anyone who could ever match her loyalty, and there never will be. But I've given people opportunities to have a personal relationship with me, who I have found out y'all have been running shit back to Jaguar. And I'm going to say allegedly for the sake of YouTube. But when I've received evidence, it's like, really? So this whole I support you, D, show it. Like I told Ralph Calderon, RC117, and that was a live where he decided to get in his feelings and how dare you question my loyalty? Because nigga, I knew you was full of shit and you proved it with the fucking goddamn screenshots, and then running your bitch ass over to goddamn Mushmouth's channel talking shit about me. Ralph the Mushmouth, whatever the fuck his goddamn, I don't even remember his real channel name. And then other subscribers that was in that live was like, yo, D, Ralph is over here talking shit about you. Because every time I feel deception, it turns out to be true. I'm an empath. You really think you can fool me? I read souls. That's literally what I do. And now I'm making a living reading souls. And you really think you're going to hide some shit from me? You really think you're going to lie to me and I'm not going to know? And you think you're going to lie on me and I'm not going to call you on your shit? Don't you ever tell me to not speak my truth about me being raped. And fuck you for saying that shit, you bitch ass nigga. I don't give a damn who you talk shit about me to. You gonna talk yourself literally to death. The best thing you can do for yourself is heal before your heart chakra explodes, because that's what a heart attack is. And that's what I saw about to happen to you. And you of all people know that my spiritual gifts are real. Because when I had that premonition of grandma's funeral and then she died a week later, it freaked me out. I told both of my oldest siblings, and then I told my mom, I said, I seen grandma's funeral and I seen us there and I seen her in the casket, and I described the color of the dress she had on, the way they had her hair done. And then when we went to her funeral, she looked exactly like that. So you know my gifts are real. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. You the main one been telling people she's a voodoo witch and all of this stupid hoe ass shit. Because I don't want to be a part of y'all's cult no more. I don't want to be a part of your fucking religion. Because I know the truth about religion. Why are you always talking about that satanic shit? Because that's what God told me to do. And I don't care if you believe it. I don't care. I don't give a damn. I don't care about what people who are mentally unstable think about me. That's why I don't give a fuck about what Jaguar and the rest of these motherfuckers on YouTube got to say. I'm investigating everybody who I feel was involved in these satanic rituals. All of y'all. And I'm not stopping. So thinking that doing this shit is somehow gonna stop me, it ain't. If I decide to take a week off of doing lives just so I can rest and recuperate, I'ma do that. That don't mean I'm gonna stop speaking my truth. Because quite honestly, all of this shit is exhausting. In addition to what I'm physically going through, that I'm speaking healing and victory and abundance and favor over daily, even when it is hard. Thank you for my healed body. Thank you for the new contracts you keep showing me signing. Thank you for my new home. Thank you for my new car. Thank you for my new family. Thank you for new genuine supporters. Thank you for new clients that are booking with me, and I'm booked and busy every day. I do gratitude mantras. In pain, while bleeding, I speak healing over my body. I command this body to be healed. This is a generational curse that my grandma and my uncle that died from COVID dealt with. They both had to have the same surgery. But the prolapse, I didn't know that that's what I was dealing with. So now we have to figure out what type of surgery and is there any sort of treatment that they can do, because once I have that surgery, I have to be on bed rest for at least 4 to 6 weeks, if not longer, because Graves' disease, the autoimmune disease I was born with, causes healing to be delayed. Like my thyroid cancer surgery, it took me honestly about over a year before my body started to function somewhat normal again. And at that time, I was working out 4 times a week. I was like actually going to the gym, not just doing my yoga. I was super fit and I was modeling. So one thing I always do is take care of myself as best as I can, but this is something that requires surgery. It just does. This is not something I can naturally heal, that I know how to heal, because I've researched it. This requires surgery. So my prayer is to manifest the new contracts, but everything is not in my timing. It's in God's timing. And that's why I did that live the other day when God was like, let go of control. You're still trying to control the outcome because, of course, I want it now. I want the contract today. I want the new home today so I can schedule my surgery. I want the right people around me that are going to be really genuinely supportive and be there, not a bunch of fake ass motherfuckers talking about how much they love me, but then you talking shit behind my back. You being two-faced as fuck. And now because you knew you were getting called out, now you acting like a punk ass bitch and you don't want to say shit. You don't want to respond. When I seen that my cousin's Instagram, that person had reached out to me last year, they was impersonating her, and I knew it wasn't her. I knew it wasn't her because it was a different profile photo. This person had videos of my cousin. They had pictures of her. They kept sending me back-to-back DMs. I'm trying to bless everybody by flipping Cash App. Send me. I'm like, oh, these damn scammers. Hell no. I reached out to her immediately. I said, did you know that somebody's impersonating you on Instagram, DMing people, asking them, talking about, do you want me to flip Cash Apps for you? Other people from the church, like my second mom, they even had reached out to her. So it is scamming ass people that do dumb shit like that. But the first thing I did was reach out to her. I didn't think it was her and then tell other people, oh, and that's why I'm like, nigga, if you really thought that I would do some shit like that, there's something wrong with you. As much as I can't wait for goddamn Dwight to go to jail, like, you know good and damn well I would never do no shit like that. My cousin even was like, he know you wouldn't do no shit like that. She was like, so he's probably lying because he doesn't want to look bad in front of her. I was like, either way, it's the fact that you're even saying that. And then when I asked you for evidence, I got crickets, no response. I even asked her, I said, did he send you a message saying this? Can you send me the screenshot of the message? Because I want to find out who's doing this. If it's true, I want to file a police report. And I want to add it to my existing report with the FBI. She was like, well, I feel like you're taking it to extremes now. It's not that deep. No, bitch, it is that deep. Because these raggedy motherfucking goddamn real rejects of YouTube be doing shit like that. Now, it could just be a random person, or it could be one of these raggedy motherfucking real rejects of YouTube. So I said, you know what? I'm going to find out without her. I started my own investigation today. And so far, everything's leading to my brother being full of shit. Because again, I do know people still from Christ Apostolic that I was close to when I was a member there. And nobody confirmed any of that bullshit that you told her. So nigga, you lied because she asked you why the fuck you not helping your sister. And you didn't even tell her about the conversation we had in October. That's why she was shocked when I told her. And you said the same thing to your youngest son because he told me. And he said you cut him off and told him that he would never be your son. And told him, don't ever fucking call me again. Your own goddamn youngest son. There's something really wrong with you. And you need to fucking go get help like I've been telling your ass for years. You need to go get a goddamn therapist because hitting the lank little ting tang ain't gonna work for your motherfucking ass. BetterHelp is not, no. You need a psychotherapist and you need goddamn medication. Because your ass is bipolar as fuck. And you always have been. Ain't no fucking way you working on wife number 6 and don't think nothing is wrong with your ass and your ass is only goddamn 54. How the fuck you been married 5 times and divorced 5 times, but it's every nigga, just no. I'm not mom and I'm not my other 2 sisters. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, you know, well, it's no, that's just how he is. No, he needs to go fucking get help. Because if you don't, and again, you know about my premonition since I was a little girl. If you do not, that unhealed heart chakra is going to explode. And that's going to devastate mom. I told my sister when she made them accusations against you and mom to send me evidence. And she said she didn't want to go public about it. But she was just telling me because she's like, if you ever have kids, don't ever leave your kids with them. I wasn't going to do that anyway. In fact, my kids won't even know y'all. I'm dead ass. I'm not bringing my children, my future children around y'all ever because I don't trust none of you. After all of this shit and all the shit I went through as a child, I will be so fiercely protective of my children. I asked her, I said, do you have any sort of proof from like the past, anything? I don't know. I don't have anything. She told me this on Instagram a couple of years ago. And one of my other relatives was like, well, you know, she's bipolar schizophrenic. She could be just making that up. I was like, the way she detailed it, I don't think she's making this up. And no one's gonna, you know, take somebody serious who's bipolar schizophrenic, especially without evidence. That's the perfect way to keep a person from exposing you is, oh, she's just crazy. But there always was y'all relationship, you and mom's relationship was always weird. And I was like, these niggas act like friends. Like, it's not like a mother-son relationship. And some women, when they have sons really young, it is like your best friend. Because you know, you grew up with this motherfucker, even though it's your child. There's a lot of very toxic dynamics. This is the reason I'm the healer that I am. Breaking these generational curses, breaking the silence, exposing the shit. so that it will stop. So that when I do birth my children, I don't have to worry about them being around a bunch of family of goddamn, unhealed energy and people still carrying goddamn trauma from their childhood and sexually abusing. Nah, we not doing that. Not my babies. After I done lost 5 and I finally get to have my children, oh hell no, they ain't ever finna come around y'all. Cause I really don't know who to trust. I'm being honest. I don't. So I'd rather just not even fuck with any of y'all. My nieces and nephews for life. Yes, they will always have access to me, but the rest of y'all, I'm good. And every part of my journey, especially the difficult times, are a part of my testimony. And it's going to be very powerful, especially when I do present my movie, God versus Magog. And that's what they showed me in heaven. They showed me, like, once it got to the point where I was presenting my movie, I was telling the people about my journey, about all these situations, inspiring people. And I did sign up for this, even though I don't like it. I did tell them angels in heaven that I would go through this. I would endure it. They showed it to me. They showed me they said, now you don't have to go back, but we need you to see this part, how it's going to be back-to-back betrayals. It's going to be people that are watching you from your past but never participating, but they all watching. All the people from Christ Apostolic, they showed me all of y'all watching on y'all phones and texting each other but never engaging, never supporting. Now all of a sudden people from that church are trying to add me as friends on Facebook because y'all trying to be nosy. Bitch, everything I say publicly. All of my lives are public. I'm not hiding shit. I don't fuck with Dwight Reed. I don't fuck with y'all. Your father told us, the spiritual warfare attack team members, that you had been getting accused of allegedly molesting little boys when you were a pastor in Shreveport. And that you had been accused by a few of the female teenage members of allegedly raping them. That's what your father told us. And he said, pray for my son, because I don't know what to do. Nigga, have him arrested. The fuck you mean? Pray for your son. No, have his ass locked up. That's the same motherfucker that's the pastor there now. So you think I would really reach out to that bitch ass nigga for, you know goddamn well that's a motherfucking lie. If I could pick that nigga up myself and put his ass in jail today, I would. My cousin was like, the question is, why would your brother even say that? She said he probably just didn't want to help and just told that girl that so that he could try to make himself look good. It doesn't matter. It's the fact that you did it. And you did it with no receipts, with no evidence. Because I asked her, I said, did he send you any sort of screenshots of when this happened or who it was? She was like, well, no, he just kind of told me that in private. She's like, he didn't post it anywhere and he didn't like say it publicly. I don't give a damn. It's the fact that you said it at all. When you know it's a fucking lie. So you that mad, you that jealous that I wouldn't contact Flip and Zaytoven for you to tell them about your little bitch ass beats. Nigga, I make beats better than you. I'm not even doing that. I'm writing my own album right now. I made so many songs, so many melodies. I'm not putting my shit out until my album's done. I'm not even hitting them niggas up like, hey, do you want to listen to my music? The fuck? This jealousy shit is ridiculous. That's why I told her, I said, he act like a bitch, because you do. Get your shit together. Go get help. Please go get help before you goddamn kill yourself being fucked up to every goddamn body. A heart attack is a natural thing that happens when you have not healed your heart chakra. I love my father, but he died the way he did because he didn't heal his either. He was trying to make it right the last 5 years of his life. I thank God for that. Unhealed childhood trauma will kill you if you let it. But you can heal it if you choose to. So he's like, well, now I don't even know you. Now you're all on Instagram and you're acting like those, voodoo witches and those psychics, because I am a psychic, nigga. I was born a psychic medium. I was traveling the astral realm when I was 2 and 3 years old. I just didn't know it, but I was. Me and Alyssa, we used to astral project into each other's dreams and then talk about it the next day. I never ever had a spiritual bond with anybody like that but her. That's why she's forever my other sis. So if you want me to trust you, you need to do what you need to do to gain that trust. And being inconsistent is the first key that I know you full of shit. The minute you start to consistently become inconsistent, when you were like repeatedly consistent all the time, and now all of a sudden your energy is switching up, it's because the energy is not lying. You are. As far as the lives, if people can't make it, I understand that. Everybody got their own shit going on. And I usually go live late because we're all insomniacs. So I understand if people can't show up. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about your behavior switching up. I'm going to pick up on that immediately because of my gifts. And then because of my scorpionic analytical brain, I'm going to watch for patterns of behavior. That's what we do. We watch for patterns. When your pattern is consistently switching up, it's because you're full of shit. Because you're trying to hide some shit that you think I don't know. Or because you're fucking two-faced. When a person is consistently communicating and all of a sudden you're hit or miss, sometimes you answer, sometimes you don't. You got an excuse for this, you got an excuse for that. But then get mad if I'm not available, not considering all the goddamn shit I'm going through in real life off of YouTube and dealing with by myself. For y'all to be the ones that have watched people betray me, even in real life. So-called friends finding out that they full of shit. They fucking with drugs and shit. Helping people with their kids and all of that just to find out that they're full of shit too. Again, this is why I'm a popular loner. This is why I really don't fuck with people. I really don't. Because it seems like it's really hard to come across actually consistently genuine people. Most people do have an agenda. Not all, but a lot of them do. In this getting close to these so I can get information, I'm going to give donations so I can get information and run it back to Jaguar and other people. You thought I didn't know this shit? You talked about Dion doing that shit and then you did the same goddamn thing. Funny how that goes. How the fuck you talking about other people being full of shit while you're actually actively being full of shit, but just because I ain't called you out on it, you think I don't know? We gonna see. We gonna see. When I detect deception, it's because deception is there. I prayed to my ancestors and said, show me everybody who's not being real so I can cut them off now. That way, before my wealth opportunity does manifest, I have the right people in my life. Because everybody want to fuck with you when you're on top. The people that fuck with you when you're in a crisis, those are your people. And some people will pretend so that they can have access. That's why the minute I detect you're being deceptive, I'm going to cut you off. Access is denied. I'm going to immediately block you and delete your number and delete all access to me because now I don't trust your ass. And if I reach out to you and say, why did you lie to me? Why did you do this? And you don't respond, therein lies your guilt. You are silently letting me know I'm guilty and I'm too much of a punk ass coward to face you and admit this shit. That's exactly what Ralph RC117 did. Instead of him talking to me, he took his bitch ass to all these other platforms and talked shit about me. That's what a bitch ass nigga does. One thing you will never have is my power. But you will meet my ancestors, every last one of you, relatives included. Be careful how you speak on me. Be careful what you say about me. And be careful about these little plots and plans that you think you're going to do that I've already seen are about to horribly fail and blow up in your face. Some of y'all literally, I saw explosions. And some of y'all's deaths that I seen, other people are going to witness them that were a part of these events last year. That's why I saw Jaguar devastated. She's going to witness some of these people's deaths. What I want for all of y'all is to repent, not for me. Do it for yourself. Do what you need to do to get right with God, because this one world order, this mark of the beast system, they are already doing it now. I want y'all to start looking at Agenda 2030. I've heavily researched it. I told y'all that when they say peace and safety, which the peace treaty happened with Trump and Putin in 2025, that we would have up to 5 years and then shit's gonna hit the fan. That's when you gotta be off the grid. This is why loyalty right now is important, because I'm not fucking with nobody when that time comes that I cannot trust. When I get off the grid, I'm only fucking with people I can trust. You better start preparing to get off the grid. If you don't want to take that mark, you better start learning how to live off the land, live on the earth. And certain people that I thought I was going to be aligned with, if I don't trust you, God's going to replace you. That's one thing that they showed me. Anybody I can't trust will be replaced. So if there are endings happening, and I did keep seeing angel number 999 that represents endings for new beginnings. If there are endings and connections, I trust it. Even if it comes about in a way that hurts me, I trust the process of that connection ending. I'm gonna come back in a few hours. I don't know what time. Y'all know I come on late. It'll probably be around midnight. Because I'm gonna show y'all some of this shit that I'm talking about. This is not about fear or any of that. This is literally what I was shown in heaven when they showed me that Gog versus Magog and the double doors. And over the double doors, it said Magog, and it showed all the religious symbols. And below the religious symbols, it showed all the Freemasonry and the satanic symbols and all of like the witchcraft shit. And it showed the connection and the deception. This is why people are trying so hard to stop me from exposing this, from doing these lives. And then the fucking retrograde, and we're still, even though the retrograde ended, we're in the 2 weeks post-retrograde shadow period. So there are still things being exposed and revealed, and there are things happening and shifting, and frequencies revealing themselves. The more you try to hide, the more you reveal what you're trying to hide to me. That energy speaks louder and louder and louder. The visions become clearer and clearer and clearer. And when I saw the conversation last week. Then I heard about the conversation a few days ago. And then today, the damn lies that I caught you in. Again, energy never lies, people do. And what I want for all of you is to heal, genuinely. We're in spiritual warfare. This is not a game. We're in the tribulation right now, according to Revelations. And the wheat is being separated from the chaff. The chosen are being separated from those who are willingly going through the double doors that said Magog. I've been showing y'all this for a reason. Ezekiel 38:7 says, be thou prepared. Yes, of course, I want to still do the Epstein Files and Pizzagate, but I have a spiritual purpose here. That's why I don't give a fuck about all this bullshit on YouTube. All this distractionary content creator back and forth. Anybody got time for that? Y'all got time for that because you're spiritually dead. You're in a low frequency. You're low vibrational. You have not awakened to see what the hell we are really going through. When the Bible says neither will they be able to buy, sell, or trade, that's happening now. They're getting rid of every single debit card. The whole entire system's going to crash. Banks are going to freeze. You will not have access to your debit card or your credit cards or any of that. They're even going to freeze all of the crypto. They're going to crash everything and create a one world global system, which they are currently doing now. This is why people keep attacking my channel and my life. Let's see how many distractions we can. Man, fuck all of y'all. And when the angels of vengeance and death visit your home, remember that you invited them. Because it's not me you fight against. It's the Most High God within me that you're fighting against. I am literally highly divinely protected. And one thing my ancestors will do is show me exactly what's about to happen to you, and then they will put things in motion to make it happen. Murph died a natural death. Nobody killed him. I prayed for Murph after he told me that they found a lump. I prayed for him. And then found out the entire time he was plotting to try to take me and my channel down under the direction of Jaguar. And on the receipts, it said that. He told Ralph that it was Jaguar that told him to do all this. That she claimed to have receipts that Danny Robertson was paying me. Again, a person I ain't never even fucking met and cannot stand, to be honest. Why the fuck would Danny Robertson pay me to do anything when I don't even like this motherfucker? And turn down their offer to go on their channel. Offered me $1,000 to go on their channel and talking about, I want you to come explain how Storm Monroe AI the content. Bitch, I did a 5.5 hour live explaining that shit. No, I'm not fucking coming over there. And a bitch can be a nigga or a female, because again, you've never cammed up, so I don't know what the fuck your gender is. I know Odell said that you're a man that dresses in drag and uses a voice modulator to sound like a woman, which would explain why your voice is so goddamn annoying. Now, on my end, that's alleged, but that's what Odell said about you. So at the end of the day, all these people only know about me because of Jaguar. I only know about them because of Jaguar. I've never heard of these people before she came to my channel. Never knew who the fuck they were. Never heard of them. Not my sector of YouTube. I follow tarot readers, psychics, and spiritualists like me. And a few of the entertainment news people like Kempire. And I used to follow DJ Richie Sky, but then his content honestly got boring. I don't have nothing against him. It wasn't keeping my attention. And who else did I follow? Layla Lynn, Tisa Tells, because she used to be a tarot reader. So it's like all of this distractionary shit, at the end of the day, the same common denominator is Jaguar every time. So if you're running information back and forth to her, and any of the things that you told me were going on in your life are real, it's about to get much worse. And I pray to God that you didn't lie about the death, and I pray to God that you didn't lie about the person being sick. Because if you lied about that shit, you're gonna speak that into existence for those people. When everybody be like, how do people get generational curses. Somebody fucked with the wrong spiritualist and attracted that to themselves. They always think like people, now there are, don't get me wrong, there are some low vibrational dark witches that do put curses on people. But when you're high vibrational, the divine protection that you have, literally those ancestors and angels will reverse that shit back to you. That's why I pray that protection prayer of any energy rises up shall fall by the wayside immediately and be destroyed, and let chaos and confusion come about their lives, and let death and hell follow their own evil intentions back to them. I'm sending all your shit back to you. So you literally curse yourself. And I'm going to keep living, and I'm going to keep speaking my truth. And it is, trust me, it's always your loss. People from the past that have betrayed me have been trying to come back in my life. And I tell them the same thing all the time. Look, I forgave you then, but that doesn't mean that I'm giving you access to me again. You betrayed me one time, I'll never trust you ever again in life. Real ass Scorpio. Any real Scorpio would tell you that. Because we're so loyal, and it's like we would never do that shit to you, that once you do that shit to us, oh, I'm not ever finna give you a chance to do that shit again, so I'm gonna cut you all the way off. It doesn't mean I hate you. It doesn't even mean I'm holding a grudge. It just means I'm protecting myself from you, because now I know I cannot trust you. That's why I cut people off immediately. And if I cut you off, it's because you've done this so many times. That's the other thing. I remember when Mercy was talking about that on her channel. She said, when we cut people off, it's because you've done this repeatedly. And we're just tired of addressing it. So now we're just going to cut you off. Because, I mean, hell, if I've told you, hey, this behavior comes across as this way and you continue to do it, then that's who the fuck you are. So let me just accept you for who you are, and let me get you out of my fucking energy so that your energy doesn't bother mine anymore. And I still hope you heal. But you're going to get that spiritual fade. Oh, you're going to get your lick back. And it ain't going to come from me. I'm never going to do you harm. My ancestor, though, they pretty ruthless. And when they showed me Official King Payne crying over his mother's coffin after he made fun of me crying about my father, I remember the color of the coffin. It was like a dark cherry oak. The moment he was leaned over crying about his mother, he remembered when he made fun of me on his channel for crying about my father. I saw it clear as day. That's why I told you that last year, because I had that premonition of your mom dying. I said, you're going to experience the pain of what it feels to lose a parent. And that wasn't wishing that. That was me warning you about what I was shown. Just like how I warned Jaguar that I saw Grace get brutally murdered and her being devastated. Just like I seen Odell get shot in Oakland. Just like I seen Nick Mountain Goat Productions' funeral and her death. If I see it, it's because it's going to happen. So you might want to get your spiritual affairs in order. I have never seen a funeral and that person not die since I was 8 years old. Again, starting with my own maternal grandmothers. And then it just kept happening over and over. I would dream of some funeral, and then I would find out they died. Either within days or at least a week from the time I seen it. And then sometimes, of course, longer, but most of the time it was like pretty immediate. It amazes me how people still take my kindness for weakness, and they, think they can test my spiritual gifts. Because I don't immediately call you out. It's because I'm watching you. I be creeping people out at events because I just be sitting there reading the energy of everybody in the building. I just be to myself, quiet, chilling. I just be in my zone. Some people be like, hey, what's up? I talk to them. Other times I'm just sitting there feeling everybody's energy in that room. Hearing a lot of different people's thoughts, hearing conversations that I'm not within earshot to hear. My spiritual gifts immediately pick up on everything. And that is exhausting, which is why I don't like to go out to events with huge amounts of people, because I can physically feel everybody's feelings in that building. That's what an empath is. We feel people's feelings and emotions and energy strongly. If you feel pain, I feel it too if I'm connected to you. If you're depressed, I can feel it. That's why I send energy and prayers to people. I even go into spiritual warfare for people when I can tell that they're being spiritually attacked. And I don't always reach out and tell you, I just do it. That's why when these same people that I've done that for repeatedly betray me, it is a quick and swift cutoff, because again, I genuinely cared for you. And it actually does hurt to cut people off that I care for. But I'd rather cut you off than allow you access for you to keep being fucked up, for you to keep lying and being deceptive and being two-faced. Ain't nobody who fucks with me supporting the ops. Ain't nobody who fucks with me talking to and running shit back and forth to the ops. You're not loyal. So why the fuck are you here? Because you think you're going to get some information to run back so you can cause more distractions, and you're not. I'm going to do exactly what they told me in heaven to do, which is expose this satanic agenda, expose the deception, start waking the people up. The dead in Christ shall rise. Is you awakening to your Christ consciousness that's already within you. When you align with Christ's frequency, you become the body of Christ. It's not about no fucking church. That's where y'all are heavily misled. This is coming from a former preacher's daughter. Christ is a frequency. When I went to heaven, God is a frequency. It is not a man, a woman. It's not black. It's not white. It's a spirit. It's energy. You tap into that energy. You become that energy. You become God walking this earth. You become like Christ. That's what Christ was spiritual and divine, human and divine. Christ spoke against the church. Christ exposed the Pharisees and Sadducees, all the fake ass holy rollers, the Freemasonic Christians, the Freemasons that pleasure Lucifer. Christ spoke out against that. Christ was against the Roman Empire. Christ was against organized religion. Yeshua, the real Christ. That's why the hell I'm on this planet, is to expose that. It's not to make friends with nobody, for real. It's to show the world what I was shown in heaven. That's why the hell they sent me back here. I hate this fucking planet, for real. Once you go to heaven, you don't want to come back to earth. You really don't, because it's so devoid of God, because this is Lucifer's home. This is a home for the fallen angels. When bad things happen, it's because of the powers. When they say the powers that be, that's a level of demons from hell. They're fallen angels. I'm going to show you guys this tonight. Y'all tried it. It didn't work. Every time y'all try it, all I do is expose it and expose you every time. I'm going to see if I hear from these people after this live. If I don't, by tomorrow, I'm going to be putting y'all on blast publicly by name. Because it's the audacity for me, for y'all to be doing this bullshit. But when I tell you that you're going to reap what you've sown, your karma is going to be great. And I'm not even going to warn you. I'm going to wait for it to happen, because you're going to reach back out begging for help, and it won't be there. You brought it on yourself. You attracted it. Lisa Adams, now you know why I said I don't trust nobody. While you said that made you cringe, this is why. Because a lot of y'all turn out to be full of shit. Not everybody, but so far the ones that I found out was full of shit, there was evidence y'all was full of shit. But always, D, I love you, I love you. But okay, if you love a person, you show it in your behavior. You show it in being supportive. And support isn't always money. Support is just, hey, D, how is your health? What did the doctor say? How are things going? Support. And there's been plenty of times when I've reached out to people, hey, if you can't, just let me know. I understand. But if a person tells me I'm going to do this for you and then you don't do it, that means I cannot even trust you to follow through on what you say you're going to do. You say you have good intentions for me. You know, you feel like I'm family. You want to see good things happen for me. But then you got 11 excuses every time you've said, D, I'm going to help you. Then it's, well, I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't add money here, I can't send this, I can't do that, but you seem to always have money to go shopping. You seem to always have money for this, you seem to always have money for that. Okay, cool, you just don't want to help, I accept it. Hey, it's cool. God will make a way. And then God does. Because I am literally walking by faith. Until I get the surgery done, it's going to be very difficult physically. Yes, I speak healing, but I also know realistically that if I'm dealing with rectal prolapse and that I need to have surgery to have that corrected, I've got to stop doing all of this physical moving around and carrying heavy things by myself. I've got to stay focused on my manifestations, and it's not my timing. I got frustrated with God. I'm tired of going through this shit. I know y'all showed me this. I know you showed me that it was going to be fucked up for a while. I know you showed me that it was going to be really hard. I know you showed me that people were going to betray me, but God damn, how much longer do I got to go through this shit? See, this was the Job part when Job was like, Lord, why the fuck are you letting all this shit happen to me when I'm your servant? How long, oh Lord, do I have to suffer and go through this shit? I don't. All I have to do is elevate my frequency. So no matter what the temporary test and trial is, I see myself healed. I see myself abundant. I see myself wealthy. I see myself healthy. I see myself performing live and traveling. I see myself getting paid to edit videos and content and traveling with these same content creators who God has allowed me to align with. I see us collectively doing stuff in honor of God, in succeeding. I've seen Forever Freedom buildings everywhere. I've seen us rescuing children out of the fucking ground, doing something about the sex trafficking, not just talking about it. I've seen all of these premonitions, so I know my blessing is coming. But if I gotta endure for a little while, then hell, that's what the fuck I said I was gonna do in heaven, so I gotta go through this shit. But what I don't have to deal with is people being fucked up towards me because I'm going through this shit. And for y'all to sit up there at this fucking cult and say that God cursed me with this condition, fuck every last one of you dumb ass, brainwashed, stupid motherfuckers sitting in that goddamn church under the direction of a man who has been accused of rape and pedophilia for decades. Fuck all of y'all. I said what the fuck I said. I'm not taking it back. You're not going to intimidate me. You're not going to lie and slander and defame me and get me to stop. I'm going to keep exposing Dwight. I'm going to keep exposing that goddamn cult. I'm going to keep exposing these nasty ass motherfucking preachers that are goddamn pedophiles and rapists. And I'm going to keep doing what the fuck God told me to do. And I don't give a damn what you say about it. I don't give a damn how you feel about it. I don't care if you don't support my platform. You ain't got to be here. So if you here, it's because you want to be. If you keep tuning into my channel, it's because you know I'm telling the fucking truth, which you didn't have the goddamn courage to do yourselves. Now people want to DM me, D, thank you for speaking your truth. I got raped too. How many people reach out to me saying that Bishop Reed allegedly raped them? The same preacher that told me not to go to the police about me being raped. But my own brother and my mom gonna tell me not to talk about it? Really? Because of how it makes mom look? I'm your daughter. I was raped by a man I grew up with. Me and him knew each other since I was 5 years old. We all know each other's families. You gonna tell me to just get over it and stop talking about it? You know mom's a member there, and I'm a former member there. That's how come I know all of this shit. Because I worked all up and through that goddamn church. I was in all of the private meetings where we had to agree to secrecy to never speak about what we heard when we were serving the food during the pastor's meetings. When the pastor was advocating, telling men that if their wives don't want to have sex, they can take it. He was teaching the goddamn men to rape their own fucking wives. And you gonna tell me to be silent? Nigga, fuck you. Y'all want me to be silent so bad. All you're doing is making me go harder. I'm gonna take as much time as I need for myself. But I am not gonna stop speaking my truth. And you not finna lie on me, and I don't expose you. You're not finna lie to me, and I don't expose you. Especially if I trusted you. Especially if I genuinely showed you love like family. And you chose to do that whole ass shit to a bitch who's finna go to jail for grand larceny schemes and for grand theft auto and for slander and defamation. Good luck. Because I heard people was already reporting her GoFundMe, as they should, especially after she promoted for people to report mine, when mine was based on a legitimate health condition that I have actual evidence of. Jealousy and hate makes people do a lot of bullshit because they're not healed. But you will be held accountable on earth and in heaven. Y'all got to start getting ready for this mark. I'm doing everything I can to learn all I need about living off the earth. And some of these very people that I found out today lied to me. I thought were going to be a part of that. But like God said, I'm going to replace everybody who's not loyal. The retrograde revealed a lot. This Mercury retrograde revealed a whole lot of shit that I was feeling and seeing, but didn't have concrete evidence of. And then boom, here comes the evidence. Like I said, my spiritual gifts are very real. Anybody working with people on some betrayal shit, when I tell you that's going to blow up in your face so horribly and all of y'all are going to be publicly exposed, you are. And it's going to be a public exposure that you cannot refute. Since y'all like to clout chase so much. People genuinely have to prove that I can trust him. Even my future husband, I pray for my divine masculine every day, but I was like, Lord, if he's for me, you're going to show me. keep having premonitions of us working together and then getting married. I was like, okay, if he's for me in divine timing, it'll happen exactly how I was shown. That's not my focus at all. My focus is my health, improving, me restabilizing my life, continuing my spiritual purpose, helping people heal with my spiritual consultations, and continuing my investigations. But all of this distractionary shit, y'all me with the bullshit. I'm not Jaguar. I don't, that whole sitting on YouTube, going back and forth with content creator, ain't nobody got time for that shit. And if you got time for that shit, it's because you're not pursuing any actual goals in your life. I am. Even with what I'm going through, I still been editing videos. I still been doing research. Even when I was sitting up at the ER yesterday, I was doing research for the live I'm gonna do tonight. Because I was like, whenever I get settled, I'm gonna go back to be doing my lives. Again, I'm not stopping. Y'all tried it. I'm not stopping. You are not stopping me. You are actually empowering me. Because if all these people keep thinking they're gonna keep coming against me, yeah, it's the demons in you. And I'm gonna just go ahead and say this: those of y'all that got that jab, do you realize that you keep having a lot of real negative thoughts and mood swings and issues with depression? The jabs have Lucifer rays in them. mRNA. I'm gonna show you tonight. To activate that Luciferian energy of rebellion against God, any energy rising up against me shall fall immediately and be destroyed. Lucifer is a fallen angel that transformed into an angel of light of deception. And I'm always going to pay attention to what you do, not what you say. Your energy speaks very loud. And jealousy and envy manifest in some of the worst ways. And lies are usually the first way. When people can't control you, they try to control the way people view you. That shit with my brother, I was like, if he said that to her, who else you done said this shit to? And again, why you ain't never reached out to me? If you have receipts, why the fuck you ain't send them to me? Someone's impersonating our mom, or is that just a random person's profile on Facebook? Because there's several people with our mom's first and last name. Where are your receipts of messages being sent to anybody at Christ Apostolic Temple under my name, under that account that you said is under mom's name? I'm publicly calling you out. Where are your screenshots at, nigga? Because I asked you over 7 hours ago to send me the proof. Actually, no, over 9 hours ago. Because it was around the time when I woke up. Nigga, where are the receipts? Why the fuck you ain't sent no screenshots? Because your motherfucking ass is lying. And I will never put you in touch with anybody that God allows me to connect with. Being related does not make us family. I've been saying that shit. Family is there for you unconditionally, loves you unconditionally. Y'all been acting funny ever since I came out publicly about being bisexual, ever since I came out with my ex-girlfriend on Facebook and was showing pictures of us kissing and going on our dates. Y'all stopped communicating with me. Y'all stopped inviting me to the damn family events. Y'all been acting funny for years. And the same bitch that cheated on your ass was calling me a nasty lesbian when me and her was together. And y'all was having family events without me. My entire family is homophobic. All of them. And now they're teaching the kids to be homophobic. And we don't want her, influencing them with her gay lifestyle. Because I'm bisexual, because I dated women for 4 years, because I like women too. But yet, there can be pedophiles in the family and rapists that are allowed to be around children, holding children. But God forbid I speak about it. Just because you're related to me don't mean you won't get sued, my nigga. Like I said, you got 24 hours to respond. I'ma treat you like any other fucking troll, and your ass will be sued for that. Because you did not produce no evidence of what you claimed, not to her or to me. And you've actually had 2 days now to do that, because she talked to you yesterday morning. You didn't send no receipts to her or to me, so nigga, you full of shit. Damn, I didn't even see all these comments. Hold on, y'all. Thank everybody for tuning in. Y'all don't forget to hit the like. I see George. What's up? April. Oh, good to see you, my love. I gave you a shout out at the beginning. She said, that's right. Speak your truth. I'm going to, man. Fuck these motherfuckers. Dead ass. I'm going to. The devil don't come after people who's not a threat to his kingdom. He comes after the people who are. I know that. I remember being told that growing up, and then with my spiritual gifts, even at that last church, that called ass church I was a member of in Florida, the older mother there, she kept telling me that. She kept telling me, you're a threat to the devil's kingdom. Don't ever stop what you're doing. Stay praying for people even when they not right. JC 1998, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We're in the end days. We absolutely are. That's why they don't want me putting this out there. They don't want me waking people up, but I'm gonna do exactly what God told me to do. The coming of the beast system is being put in place, but they're trying to flood us so many distractions that people are not calling it out, and that's exactly why I am. I really appreciate you on the channel. God says, touch not my anointed, do my prophet no harm. That's why people are spiritually fucking around and finding out. People really think I'm weak because of the current health challenge and me needing this surgery. And then people feeling entitled to my energy after they sent a donation. The people that the ones that I had made mods before all of this shit. People asking to be moderators on my channel when me and Jaguar was still aligned. Now I see all of this shit for what it was, a distraction. Nick Mountain Goat Productions kept asking me to be a moderator. I wasn't really considering Nick, to be honest, until Murph messaging me like, sis, you should really consider Nick. She really supports you, and she's always promoting you. So I gave her a wrench. I gave Jay Mizak a wrench. I gave Jaguar and Odell a wrench. I gave Maggie a wrench. I gave Joy and Sister Shonda a wrench because they were always consistently showing up to the lives. They were always consistently commenting, always encouraging, sis, I love you. And then, we start talking on the phone. They seem like they're supportive, but then all of a sudden, weird shit's coming up. I remember when Sister Shonda kept saying she wanted to donate when I was still in that household and she wanted to help me get out of there. She was like, I'm gonna send you $300 when I get my income taxes. Then she's like, I want to pay so that you don't have to deal with the ads when you're showing us videos. What's your account information so I can put my credit card on there, or I can just give you the credit card number. Oh, no, ma'am, no ham, no turkey. You're not gonna have me in no bullshit. I'm not gonna give you access to any of my login information. What the fuck? If you want to donate, just send a channel donation. Just send a donation to Cash App or PayPal. But like, what do you mean you want to add me to your family account, and all you need is my login info. Like, I'm gonna be dumb enough to give you that information when cybersecurity is one of the things I specialize in, protecting information. Then with Joy talking about she wanted to help, but then all of a sudden you're not showing up to the lives, and you're, bragging about how you mod on other channels, and you start talking shit about all the other moderators and being two-faced, and then you started talking shit about Jaguar, and it's like, if we were all aligned, why are you all of a sudden getting two-faced because I gave you a wrench? That's why the fuck I took everybody's goddamn wrenches. Like, I don't, all of a sudden y'all feel entitled because I allowed you to have some position of authority, or I allowed you to have access to me. That's why now I'm cutting access off to everybody equally. I'm not available. I'm tired mentally. I'm tired physically. I'm not available. Period. I don't want to talk. I've been going through a lot of shit. I need to make sure I'm okay. Before I help anybody with any sort of a consultation, I got to make sure I'm okay, spiritually and mentally and physically. So I was like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and address all of this collectively. Because some of y'all got me fucked up. I know it's people on my channel that really do fuck with me for real. I know it's people on here that support me genuinely, but it's a lot of fake motherfuckers on here too, pretending to be family, pretending to be close, pretending to care. And if porn and drugs are more important to you than helping, then I really hope you heal. And I'm not even going to be mad, because I know you need healing. But don't you dare think you finna lie on me or betray me, and I'm not going to call you out on your shit or lie to me. Catch you in one lie, caught you in two. Oh, I can't fuck with you at all, because now I don't trust you at all. He said, what do we do before the banks crash? Take all your shit out of there and convert it into gold. That's what I would do, because gold will still be acceptable for a while. What I saw is when they crashed the system, the digital system, and they used that old UHF grid. That grid is going to be the one that they use for the one world order, the one world currency, and that will be a digital currency that will be converted into a QR code. The reason they're getting us used to scanning QR codes with our phones is because that's what they're going to do when it says neither will they be able to buy, sell, or trade except they take the mark. That RFID chip implant that they're putting in everyone's hands is going to be the same as scanning a QR code. That's why they're trying to normalize that. They're going to push people getting the chip implant. They're going to start doing that next year. You're going to see a lot of like ads and stuff promoting it's just a simple injection. Like, I've already seen it. They're going to commercialize it and tell you to get this injection so you don't have to carry a purse or a wallet anymore. And then for people that have chronic diseases, people who need like chemo and diabetics that need injections, they're going to be able to inject your medicine directly into your bloodstream through the same RFID chips. That's why Veritech made the RFID chip, and I showed y'all that in 2013. So I'm going to show you again tonight. You have to get your money out of the banks. Get your money out of all of that shit. They're going to freeze all credit cards and debit cards and digital accounts. That includes Cash App too. I would take all of your shit and convert it into gold if it was me. And start learning how to live off the land. Right now, I'm researching about how to create proper irrigation, how to create solar, electric, like all of that. Gardening, how to do all of that. I don't care what they take away, and they're definitely going to take away these phones. The phones are going to crash too. You won't have any signal. They're going to take the entire mobile network down. 5G, 4G, all of it. They're going to crash it. It's going to all happen at once. The towers are all going to crash at once. And it's going to cause a panic. And people are going to be desperate, and they're going to take the implant. If that's what I have to do to keep my life that I'm used to keep my distractionary digital device. See, again, those of us that was born in the 80s, we know how to live without this shit. That's what my father told me the last time I seen him. He said, daughter, when it's getting ready to happen, start preparing to get off the grid, get all the old technology before they did the chipping, before the digital revolution, before 2008. The old school phones, the old school computers, the old school satellite laptops, all of that shit. He was like, get all of it. That's why I know I'm about to be blessed with wealth, so I can get all this in order. But God told me, when you go back to earth, the angels in heaven was like, this is what you need to tell them. This is what you need to show them to get ready for this. Ezekiel 38:7 says, be thou prepared. Son of man, set thy face against Magog and Gog. Russia is Magog. Iran is a part of Magog. Turkey is a part of Magog. Persia is a part of Magog. I'm going to show you tonight. It's time to get ready. Ain't nobody got time for distractions. Yes, I got natural human goals that I'm pursuing, but my spiritual purpose is why I'm even here. Again, I died in 2008 and went to heaven and came back. I died in my apartment. Everything I was shown in heaven has literally manifested in real time, including my father dying. They showed me that. I didn't realize it at first because I was like, why didn't y'all show me that dad was gonna die? And they said that vision of you in the middle of that hurricane and your father holding you, that was us letting you know that it was gonna be a whirlwind after he died. They showed me the two people that I was cool with back home before I moved back to Houston. It was my gay friends. They were a couple. They showed me the two of them betraying me. They showed me the two of them traveling and doing like meth and coke and stuff. And then that actually turned out to actually happen in real life. They showed me Alyssa's funeral. They showed me her mom holding her lifeless body and crying. And that time I begged them in heaven, please don't take her because I can't live without her. This girl's been she's been my right hand my whole life. Like, don't take her from me. But she died. And she died having faith that she was going to be healed. Strongest woman I've ever known is Alyssa. And it's times that, I communicate with her. She gives me messages. Sis, keep going. Keep looking up. Keep doing what God told you to do. Don't stop. Keep walking by faith. Keep being an example of faith. People are inspired by you. And I'm like, I'm up here feeling like shit about myself. What the fuck you mean people inspired? And somebody will tell me, D, your journey inspired me. All right, cool. Thank you. I'm glad that it inspired you. Don't give up. But as a human, of course, we feel like giving up because Earth sucks. Let's just keep it real. This planet sucks ass. I hate it here. But I got a job to do. So it doesn't matter how much I dislike the planet. I still have a job to do. I signed a soul contract in heaven. I have to do this. Just as they betrayed Christ, just as they crucified Christ. Just as Judas betrayed Christ for silver, and then he killed himself because he couldn't live with the guilt. He didn't even get to enjoy the shit after betraying Christ. He literally attracted an immediate curse to himself after betraying Christ. That's why when people do this shit, yeah, it hurts, but you really only hurting yourself. You only bringing negativity to yourself by doing that. I'm gonna still speak what God told me to do. It's time to get prepared. Be thou prepared. It's not about living in fear. It's about being prepared. If we're the chosen, we're gonna win in the end. But you have to walk by faith. That's why I have to go through this shit to be that example to y'all. It ain't about God's punishing me because I'm speaking out against the fucking cult I left and escaped. Thank God I got out of that shit. God's not punishing me because of that. This is my Job walk. Job was persecuted for a long time. God said, try my servant Job. Put him through all of this and see if he turns on me. I'm still doing what God told me to do, no matter what I go through. That's how I know I deserve every blessing coming towards me. So I'm about to end this live. I don't know what time. What time is it? Oh, it's probably gonna be like 12:30 probably when I start the live tonight. It's gonna be late. I ain't gonna lie. It'll probably be around like either 12:30 or 1. But I wanted to address all of this because the fake shit, I'm done with it. Anybody got time for that? It's time to get prepared. And keep in mind that what social media puts out there is put out there intentionally to distract you. Because they've been knowing about these Epstein files. I mean, it ain't like this is something brand new. This has been being speaked about for decades. About like Jeffrey Epstein. I've been hearing about that. The shit about Clive Davis, that's been being spoken about since the fucking 90s. Like the shit about Diddy, Jay's, all of this shit's been, they've been talking about this shit. So don't let it distract you to the point where you're not getting prepared to get off the grid. We still got to get prepared to get off the grid, regardless of the shit that is being exposed. Because what they showed me in heaven is all the people that walked through the doors of Magog and Gog perished immediately. Those that were following human beings instead of following the voice of God perished immediately. And that was every religious leader. And the main one at the front was T.D. Fakes. He was the main one leading the people to destruction. And all the other fake ass religious, famous religious leaders, Joel Osteen, all of them. So if God said, I'm going to make you go through this experience so that people can see a real life version of walking by faith, and so be it. And anybody I've ever reached out to for a donation, if it's people who have booked consultations with me, it's always gone towards their consultation. Anybody else I've given either free consultations or heavily discounted consultations to. Or I just gave them free spiritual advice constantly. So at this point, my time is very precious because I am working on multiple things to manifest the wealth that I'm calling in. And like I told people, if I reach out to you for help and you can't, just say that. It's that simple. Just say, hey, I can't. Okay, cool, I understand. And to those who I've allowed to pay in increments, because I've allowed more than one person to do that. I normally don't do that. Any normal client pays the full price at once, and then I schedule and get them booked and schedule their video consultation. So it's like, I'm still gonna help while I'm going through my own situation. And I'm still prioritizing multiple people while I'm going through all of this by myself. And most psychics don't schedule you within 24 to 48 hours. They make you wait weeks. Hell, one of the ones I follow on Instagram, she's like, I'm booked through the end of December. They have to wait until next year to get their reading from me. And she starts her video consultations at $1,500 for 1 hour. That's the starting price. So it's like, man, come on now. Come on, bruh. People out here lying and doing all of this shit is because deep down inside, you wish you had the talents that I had. You wish you had the gifts that I had. And if you would focus on your own gifts and your own talents, you wouldn't be trying to compete where you definitely cannot compare. Anybody that feels a need to compete with me is somebody who feels intimidated by me and who also secretly admires me. That's why the fuck, Jaguar, you keep copying all of my damn content every fucking where, acting like it was your research. That's why you keep watching every damn time I go live. Because you know over here you got healing and support. Genuinely. You fucked that up, not me. You did that shit. So at the end of the day, all of y'all working together thinking that y'all finna stop me or that you're going to lie on me or put out shit that you know ain't true with no evidence whatsoever, all you are doing is helping my cases against you. Believe it or not, you're helping prove the slander and defamation publicly. So again, you're bringing about your own destruction. It's not me doing it. It's you being a fucking idiot for constantly lying and thinking you about to target anybody that I'm connected, especially a relative I don't fuck with. Go right ahead. And when that shit blows up in all of y'all's faces, you're gonna remember this moment when I told you it was gonna blow up in your face. And you're still going to hear me speaking my truth and doing my investigative research and doing my lives every chance I get. Oh, damn, I missed some comments. Hold up. He said they're trying to mess with our right to vote. Yeah, Trump is trying to completely eradicate voting because he knows that people ain't fucking with him going forward. That's why I called it out when they kept talking about the chips and wanting to make chips. Exactly, right. Can you show us what kind of old school phones? Yeah, I'll do that tonight on the live I'm going to do in a few hours. The gold, it depends. It depends where you purchase it from. Like, I know one lady, she purchased digital gold bars, and like you can make an online purchase and you can either keep the digital gold bars or you can have them ship you the physical bars. But it's going to be where we go by the barter system, basically. Like those of us that don't take the mark, because that's what I saw too. We're going to have our own communities, our own everything, our own doctors, you know, all of that. But you're still going to need gold to be able to trade. And then once they do the digital currency, there's going to be a certain, I don't want to say too much. There's going to be a way that digital currency can be purchased for certain things, and I'm gonna have to not say too much because I keep forgetting this is YouTube. You know what? I need to talk about this on Rumble. That's what I need to do. I might do the live from Rumble tonight. I might like multi-stream and start it on YouTube and then do it on Rumble, because some stuff I don't want publicly out there. But there's gonna be a way. Like with all things, there's always going to be a rebellion that has access that's going to be able to create a system within a system. And I'm going to leave it at that. Exactly, April, when she said we have to walk by faith. That's what I've been doing every single day. Chelsea fam, it's okay because I know your time is precious. I don't mind having the consultations. I want to donate what I can just because you've been through a lot. I really appreciate that and I receive it. Thank you. My thing is this, I want everybody to heal and be the best version of themselves, but the people that are jumping on the bandwagon of betrayal, that was the worst thing you could ever do, because every negative thing that I prayed for with you to not happen to you, you're gonna attract it. I had so many premonitions today of exactly what's getting ready to happen to each one of these people. And deep down inside, I'm not gonna lie, I don't even want that for them people. I really want people to choose God and choose healing, but everybody's not going to. And that is what they showed me in heaven. That scripture that says there's going to be a great falling away is very real. It's going to be a lot of people that are just going to get to that point where they just don't give a fuck. So they're just going to be fucked up. They're going to go along with the system. A lot of people that are claiming right now that they are not going to take the mark, I saw them take that shit. I saw them get the fucking chip implant. They finally just gave in and just did it because I can't live without the system. I can't live outside of the matrix. I can't live without my smartphone. I can't live without my tablets. I can't live without my smart TV that is controlling and monitoring everything I fucking watch, say, and do. I can't live without my Alexa device that monitors everything you say and do. I can't live without going to the club and going out to eat. And y'all do know that when they did the pandemic, that was a fire drill for martial law. Curfews, you got to be in the house, you can't go out, all the restaurants shut down. Yeah, they're going to do that again, except for this time it's going to be permanent. The same way they were forcing the mask on us and the jab is going to be the same thing with this implant. When I was in Seattle, when my dad was alive, they were paying people $125 to get those implants chipped. In Seattle, they were paying people $125. During the Obama campaign, because my friend's homegirl worked on the Obama campaign, and she told us, she said they are literally publicly soliciting for people to get paid to get these RFID chips implanted. That was in 2013. What do you think they've been doing since then? So y'all come back tonight. Those that'll be up, I know some people won't be able to, and I understand, I know everybody got schedules, but those who are going to be up, come back. I'm probably going to start around 12:30 a.m. my time. I'm on Central Standard Time. Because this has been on my heart for the past few days. God is like, you need to show them. And I don't care what my situation looks like. I know a major financial blessing is coming to where I am going to produce my movie. And then I will be able to show y'all exactly what I was shown in heaven. Son of man, set thy face against Gog and Magog, and prepare you all with your armies. Prepare and be thou prepared. That's what I am to do. Help people get prepared. And then once I'm off the grid, nobody will hear from me. Nobody will have access to me. I will not have any of these devices with me. Because all they do is track us on this shit. Everything is old technology. I'm going to show you guys tonight. Everything my dad showed me, I'm going to show y'all tonight. So again, shout out to the real D's peeps that do genuinely support this platform, that support me on and off of YouTube. I appreciate and love every one of y'all. I'll be praying for everybody as much as I can, no matter what I go through. And even with me passionately addressing this shit, I meant everything I said. All of y'all on this bullshit, it's a whole lot of bad things that I saw coming towards you. And I still even prayed for y'all. Help them to find their healing. Because what you never want to do is be on demon time, especially against me, and especially at this time in the world when we're already in the tribulation. Because if you're on demon time, you're not on God's side. And that's, again, the wheat and the chaff being separated, the chosen being separated from everybody else. Yeah, that's divine prophecy. So if you're with any part of this satanic agenda, if you're with this Luciferian shit, this son of the morning bullshit, Jay-Z calling himself Jehovah, mocking God, they having Beyonce fucking masses, worshiping these motherfuckers, idolatry, blasphemy. You think God ain't about to wipe this earth of all of that? We just sing that gospel song back in the day, where do you stand? Who's on the Lord's side? Who is on the Lord's side? Because a lot of y'all gonna go along with this bullshit just so you can keep having access to this earth that's already condemned. You better be trying to get your soul right. Nobody believed Moses. Nobody believed Noah. Nobody believed Lot until shit hit the fan. And it was too late. You better start getting prepared now. While we still have this fake ass freedom, because we really not technically free, but that's a whole nother deep subject. The civilian version of freedom. You better start getting prepared to get off the grid. Start learning how to garden. Start learning how to grow all of your own foods. See if you can access some natural water. Start learning about solar paneling and natural light. Start purchasing land and property. Fuck a damn mansion. You need to get some goddamn land. Some shit you own. I don't, like, me personally, like mansions and all that shit is just a waste of money. You buying a big ass empty ass house and you the only motherfucker in there. That's stupid. You need to be purchasing land and get properties built where you will be on your own sovereign land within your own community, separate from this grid. Because everybody who's not on the grid will eventually be deemed a domestic terrorist. Obama said that shit in 2016. It was in 2013, because me and Amanda saw that video on YouTube and now I can't find it. He said by 2028, everybody will have to be chipped in. He said it's going to be a new world system, a new world order, and we will all have the chips. And anybody who does not get the chip will be deemed a domestic terrorist. That's what the FEMA camps are for. Alligator Alcatraz, that's a test run. Them taking all the children that they deported to Alligator Alcatraz, that's a test run for what the fuck they've been planning since before the 90s. All those human-sized incinerable cadavers that they used to be showing, people were showing military bases with stacks and stacks of these human-sized incinerable cadavers. That shit was in the Obamacare bill and the HR 6566. I showed y'all all of that. I'm gonna show you again tonight. We'll have some years of freedom, but then shit's gonna hit the fan. And the ones that are not on the grid, you're going to be cut off from society. And then a few years later, they're going to start rounding people up. Me and Amanda both had premonitions of Russia and China taking over America and them kicking our doors in and dragging us out of our homes, and this country becoming part of the one world union. The European Union and China and Japan have already aligned. Iran's a part of it too now. I told y'all that last year. Now it's happening in real time. I'm going to show you tonight. Everything I told y'all last year that was going to happen is manifesting in real time. These are things I was shown in heaven. If you're on God's side, you're going to be tested. Pass the test. I've been passing every one of these goddamn tests. I can't stand them, but I got to go through it. I've been persevering through it all. That's how come I know I deserve every blessing I've called in, but the timing is not up to me. It's up to God. Regardless, I'm going to do what God told me to do. And ain't none of y'all lying, slandering, defaming, lying on, lying to, betraying, two-faced, ain't none of y'all gonna stop me. God's gonna make a way without you, and I'm going to speak my truth. All right, family, I love y'all. If you can, tune in tonight. And thank you, everybody, for your energy. He said, is it kind of like Walking Dead, but without the zombies? Yeah, it's people spiritually walking dead. When the Bible says the dead in Christ shall rise, that's the people who are spiritually asleep, awakening to their Christ and God consciousness. Raising your frequency and choosing to follow what God told you to do instead of what the world is telling you to do. Just because everybody else is doing it doesn't mean that's what you're supposed to do. That's why they showed me them fucking double doors and all them people going through there and then falling into hell. And then only the chosen could see the narrow door that said Yeshua over it. Only us could see that door. I said, and I'm looking, I'm like, why are they all going through the double doors? Why they don't see, they saying they believe in Christ, why they don't see the door over there? And the angel said, because they're not chosen. They are the dead in Christ. They are the sleep. Spiritually walking around dead as fuck. Following the system. Following the leader. Instead of following the voice of God. God doesn't need a man or a woman to speak for it. You tune in to God. It's a frequency you tap into. Then you walk the earth as Christ. That's why it's called the body of Christ. Like, they've taught so many fucking lies, man. It's ridiculous. That's why I talk the way I talk. I'm just me, JustDee. I don't want to be anything like a religious motherfucker. That's why, yeah, I cuss, because I'm real and I'm raw and I'm uncensored and I'm me. But I'm real as fuck. I'm going to show you what they showed me. It's up to you what you believe. That's the difference between me and like churches. Churches be trying to push you to believe and you got to join. Nah, man, I'm going to show you what God showed me. And it's up to you if you want to believe it or not. That ain't got nothing to do with me. What you believe has nothing to do with me. The angels told me that. They said, you speak, but don't try to convince. That's God's job. You just give them the message. And if they take it, they take it. And if they don't, they don't. But this whole thing of people trying to get close with me and all of that, I'm killing all of that. No, I'm good. I don't want to talk to nobody. It's too many motherfuckers that have lied and too many motherfuckers from Jaguar's channel that's still over here pretending to be subscribers and supporters that I've found out are completely full of shit. So now I'm cutting everybody off equally. That way nobody takes it personal. I'm only available if you book a consultation. That's it. Outside of that, I got to save my own mental health. I got to make sure I'm straight. So I can continue to do this work that God told me to do. Because on a human level, I don't be wanting to do this shit sometimes, especially after going through all this shit. Sometimes I'll be like, man, fuck it. These people don't want to be healed. They don't want to hear God. So why am I even going to keep trying to tell them? They want to be a part of this system. They want to be a part of this Luciferian bullshit. So let them perish. I couldn't have been, I'm serious. I couldn't have been Yeshua. I'm not finna die for y'all. You don't want to hear God. You want validation from motherfuckers that ain't shit. You want to worship celebrities that do satanic rituals and kill and sacrifice children behind closed doors, allegedly. You'd rather follow idolatry than the voice of God. So why the fuck would I die for you? I couldn't have been Yeshua. Not that Yeshua. No, I'm not getting on no cross and dying for you motherfuckers. But will I carry the cross? Yeah, I will do that. This is my cross, what I'm going through in life right now. And I'm going to carry that motherfucker up that hill. And I'm not going to be crucified. You might crucify yourself trying to come against me. You might attract, some shit to yourself. I'm going to speak my truth. I'm going to show them exactly what the angels told me to. And I'm going to do it tonight. So y'all make sure you come back tonight. Whether or not I'm going to be on the camera, I don't know, because I'm tired, so probably not. Or I might, I don't know. The important thing is getting the message. Pay attention to what I'm going to share screen and show you. Take notes, study it yourself. Everything I tell you, I want you to research. That's why I be sharing screen and showing y'all that shit. I be wanting y'all to research that. I've been doing this research for over 30 years, so that's how I know all of this. And I come from religion. We had a church, former preacher's daughter, bishop's niece. That's the other reason why my family hates what I'm doing, because it goes against everything that they believe, the entire community, the entire system. But I'm not a part of that anymore, and they know it, and they want me to come back to it, and I'm not, ever. A funeral, yeah, my mom dies, I will go to her funeral. It's my mother. Now, other people, it depends on how you treated me. If you treated me fucked up, I'm not wasting my time, money, or energy being fake and speaking well of you when that ain't the truth right now. But what I will do is what God and the angels in heaven and my ancestors told me to do. So I'm going to take a minute. I already did my cleanse, but I'm going to meditate. Never ever take my kindness for weakness. Never take my passion for anger. And don't ever think that you can do me harm and succeed. You will always attract a curse upon yourself, and some of y'all are attracting generational curses. That's why I've been praying for y'all's kids, because they don't deserve to inherit a curse from you, because you on some bullshit. I would not be surprised if I get a call about my brother having a heart attack in the next 3 months. I won't be surprised at all. I definitely will continue to be there for my niece and my nephews, always. But this hiding sexual abuse and don't talk about it bullshit, that's so fucked up. I'm going to teach my children everything I've been taught. I'm going to prepare them for what's coming. I'm going to tell them the truth. Not finna hide shit from them. And I'm going to protect them. And I love every one of my nieces and nephews, and I'm always here for y'all. And I'm sorry that your dad is fucked up. Genuinely. I'm sorry for whatever y'all went through with him as children because of him being enabled by our mother, because she's not healed. Every day I pray for everybody to heal, but this lying shit, no, we gonna nip that right in the bud. That's why I be telling people, okay, send me receipts. People be telling me shit all the time. D, I heard this, I heard that, send me receipts. Don't tell me what the fuck you heard. Show me what you have proof of, evidence. And I have never sent none of y'all to anybody's channel to go watch their content and to be running shit back to me, because I don't give a fuck. I'm too busy doing my own shit in my real life, like pursuing my goals regardless of my health issues that I'm speaking healing over. So Riri and the rest of y'all that's been doing that shit, don't act like, nah, I never told none of y'all to do that. If you're over there, it's because you want to be. So go where you can receive low vibrational content, where you feel comfortable, because that's the frequency you are on. But don't bring your fake ass back over here. The same way I called Archangel Michael out, I'm going to call y'all out. This fake ass shit is gonna stop. Y'all gonna learn to stop coming towards me with that fake affection and fake family shit, because I'm gonna call you out every time you do it, and I'm gonna definitely make you a public example of not to fuck with D. Scorpions in nature don't fuck with nobody until they're fucked with. I be chill as fuck until y'all keep doing hoe ass shit. And again, you have to have done it so many times before I address it. So to the two that I reached out to, that I gave y'all that time limit for tomorrow, you got until the time limit tomorrow. And then I'm gonna go ahead and publicly address it. April said, I want God to everybody to choose God as well. Again, exactly. Yes. It's like either be real or get the fuck on. It's just that simple. Don't bring your bitch ass over here with that fake affection, because I'm already gonna know you being fake. You're not finna hide shit from me. Ever. Shit is annoying, man, for real. I think I have to turn that off because that is triggering my allergies. I'm gonna have to turn that off because I'm like, my nose keep tickling. Let me get up off here so I can take care of a few things. If I'm not on by 12:30, I'll be on by 1. I already know this is gonna be a late night live. I was gonna take tonight off, to be honest, because I'm tired from yesterday. The good thing I will say I liked about what happened to me is that the health department did contact me this morning multiple times, because I'll be putting my phone on Do Not Disturb when I go to sleep. And they had called a few times, and one of them emailed. So at least they're taking it serious and the action, and I'm really glad I did go to the ER to get seen. Things are moving in the right direction, but for the meantime, yes, I definitely am still physically going through a lot. And every time I do, I command this body to be healed. And I know that it's going to be. So I want to thank those that are genuine in your support of me. It does mean a lot. It really does, especially with what I do go through with my so-called, I don't even want to call them family, relatives. And I want to thank my stepsister for your support and your love. And I want to thank my best friend for your support and your love and your concern. And my second mom, because she's been calling to check on me a lot. She's like, and that's Elissa's mom. That's why I call her my second mom. She's been knowing me since I was 4 years old. And I love her dearly. And I thank God for her. Because through all of the stuff I've gone through with my family, she's witnessed it, just like my high school friend. They witnessed all of this for years, for decades. And my high school friend, she was like, oh, I can definitely verify how your family has treated you even before you ever came out. She's like, and she got mad at me. She was like, I kept telling you to stop helping them. She's like, I've been telling you that. She's like, please tell me you're not still helping your mom. I said, I can't help nobody right now. I got to help myself. That's also why God is making me go through this, because God knows, yeah, if they need help, I have that love, but not no more. Oh no, I had to go through this. People had to show their true colors. Because I know me. When my wealth came in, I would have bought my mom a house. You know, I would have looked out for my siblings. Oh, no. When my wealth comes in, ain't none of y'all gonna know about it. You just gonna see me with it. And when you need help, I'm gonna act like I didn't know you. The same silence I got, your ass is gonna get. And every blessing that's coming towards me, I deserve it for everything I've endured and persevered through. And I'm extremely proud of myself that I have no desire to drink. Like, I really thought about that today when I was talking to my cousin, because she remembers when I was an alcoholic. I went to this little pub when I had went to try to donate plasma, and they told me my levels were too low. There's a little pub in the same little plaza area. And I know I can go in there and sit in there for however long I needed to, and they got free Wi-Fi, you know. I'm seeing people in there getting drunk, getting belligerent, fighting, and I'm thinking back to when I used to be in that crowd, when I used to get drunk off my ass and wake up with a hangover and then be depressed as fuck because of how alcohol embodies and brings spirits of depression upon you when you sober up. I remember when I used to drink to the point where I would pass out, especially when Elissa died, and then again when my father died. I remember when I couldn't go a day without at least a bottle of cheap ass E&J or Paul Masson or Patron when I had a little extra money, or Remy. My mom even remembered that. She said, I remember every time I came to your apartment, you had liquor in your freezer, and it used to break my heart. The fact that I sat there all them hours and drank water and didn't even think about that. My second mom, she was like, you just been drinking water? I said, yeah. I don't want none of. I'm looking at these people like feeling sorry for them. Like, damn, I remember when that was me. I thank God for that. And it's people like my brother who remember when I was an alcoholic. It's almost like you mad because I'm healed, because I'm not how fucked up I used to be. Because you can't say that about me no more. You can't say I'm an alcoholic no more. I've been celibate for 2 years. You can't say, oh, I'm just out in the street doing whatever. No, ain't no nigga touched me in over 2 years. It's like y'all mad that I'm healed. So guess what? Be furious, because I'm going to keep healing. How about that? And how about you work on your own healing instead of being hateful of me? It might do you good to work on your healing to avoid that premonition of you having a heart attack. Maybe if you were focused on your healing, you wouldn't be such an asshole and such a bitch ass nigga. To me, to everybody in the family, and even your kids. And I'm definitely praying for all of my nieces and nephews. For all of y'all healing. And I'm always here for you no matter what I got going on. Y'all know that. The ones that got my number, hit me up anytime. I love y'all still. No matter what. Just like when y'all was babies. But this fucked up family shit, no, we not finna do this. You want to be talking about all this shit privately? Now I've addressed you publicly. Do it again and see if I don't do it again. You were so afraid of me speaking about you on my channel. You lucky I ain't saying your name. Keep on, and I'm going to keep speaking my truth about you. So again, love you, family. Thank all of y'all that genuinely support. I'm going to probably come back around maybe 12:30 a.m. More than likely closer to 1. I ain't going to lie to y'all. And I'm going to show y'all everything I talked about on this live. I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to share screen and show y'all. Y'all, it's time to get prepared to get off the grid. It is. It's time. While I'm doing these investigations, we still got to prepare to get off this grid. That mark, that chip is about to take over everything. Neither will they be able to buy, sell, or trade. That's the time that we're in. That's the part of Revelations that we're in right now. It's time to get ready for that. So I love y'all. I'll be back later. Y'all tune in again.